Let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Good afternoon to Kickstart Sports Radio. I'm your host, Charlie Cash, aka Kickstart, and today I'm joined by a very special guest today.
Four-time state champ, Chad Thadley.
Chad Thadley, welcome to the show. It's been a long time it's been in the works for probably about 2 months, I'd say.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
we've been talking about it on DMs and stuff.
Yeah, 100%. So the current date, it's November 19th. This probably won't go up until like late December or January, just because everything's a mess right now.
Yeah.
But this is pre-recorded November 19th, so I do want to do some game picks for that week, but they will be a little bit off. Obviously,
right.
If this weekend, like Shedeur Sanders looks amazing, and then we do game picks right now for a month in advance, obviously we're probably still going to pick him to lose. So let's jump into it. So before we jump into it, just got to do our plugs. This is KNMC Radio, 90.1 FM from MSU Northern Havre, Montana. So pleased to be with you. We do have an Instagram for the show and a YouTube now. This is the first time I've been plugging it because as of right now, I just made it yesterday. Kickstart Sports Radio, KICKSTARTSPORTSRADIO, Kickstart Sports Radio. So chronologically, this is the second thing I've ever recorded. As of right now, there's only one thing on the YouTube, but by the time this goes up, it'll probably be like the fifth thing. So everything's out of order right now. But let's start with not with me, but let's start with you, Chad. I sent you a list of questions, but that's for more of the second half. We're gonna start with the ones I didn't send. Yeah, we're gonna start with the Chad Thadley centered questions. So, let's jump into it. So, obviously, you don't have to give it out if you don't want to, but obviously, we know that Chad is not your real first name. So, what led you to start this whole Chad Thadley thing, and what led to the what was the sequence of events that led to Chad being born? I guess I should say.
Yeah. So basically, like I was kind of just like bored at work. Working for like the uncle's construction company, like in the office, just doing like nonsense quotes, like things like that. Yeah. So I would take like these walks at lunch, and I was seeing some stuff on TikTok, like people. It was kind of when the Snapchat filter era was like rising. Mm-hmm. It's like, oh, let me try my hand at that. So I popped up, I opened my phone, I was like, the guy who still uses Snapchat after high school. Like, what's the move, everybody? Like, what's the play? Mm-hmm. And I posted like one or two of those. And I didn't really get any traction. And then I posted like the guy who peaked in high school on your Snapchat story, and it like boomed.
Yeah, exactly.
It like 7 million views in like 2 days.
That's impressive. So I don't have TikTok on my phone, but if you want to flex that right now, you're more than welcome to. Your Instagram followers is about 155,000. How much do you have? Last time I heard it was about 400,000. But what do you add on TikTok?
435 at the moment.
Jeez, that's impressive. So what is it like kind of in this mindset? So we did an audio test yesterday, and I held myself back from asking, but we kind of got into it, but I stopped myself. What's it like kind of walking around with the mindset of, hey, anyone out here could immediately walk up and recognize me? What's that? Obviously, you have a filter, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's just for the bottom half of your face. People can easily recognize the top. So what is that kind of like walking around knowing like, oh, anyone can see this or...
I don't really think about it like too much, to be honest. Yeah. But there are like times when like, for example, I'll be at work and I'll be helping out a customer or something. And I'll finish helping out the customer. And like 10 minutes later, they'll comment on my TikTok. Like, this guy just helped me do this and this. This guy. I'm like, okay.
Your personal or the Chad Thadley?
My actual TikTok.
Okay.
Like my Chad Thadley TikTok. So yeah, they'll comment. And so, I mean, it's happened before. I mean, I'll be mainly when I'm at like bars or something, like public restaurants, like out with like my girlfriend or friends, it'll happen. But day to day, it's not like a normal thing.
Do people come up and ask for like photos and stuff?
Yeah, I've taken a decent amount of photos at like bars and stuff.
And so you're the, I'm not gonna like leak this. I can censor it if you want, but DC area. I obviously don't know where, but DC area. That's a really nice place. Obviously, and we're not gonna get political, but I do want to ask, how has it been with the whole shutdown? Obviously, I don't know. I just came up with this question on the spot.
Yeah, I've noticed like I think my neighbor works in the government. He's driving like Uber.
No, you're joking.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's awesome.
So, I think it's some people are definitely like, and I've heard of it, like I'll come in like at work. So I work for a building supply company. So basically I do like just take orders and quotes for like landscaping jobs, architect jobs, house stuff. And I'll see people who come in and they're like furloughed doing like mason work on the side to make a couple bucks. Or I haven't worked in 4 weeks. But and I would say it and it probably has affected business a little bit because it's like, you know,
Yeah, more people are
people
coming
don't
in.
have as much money.
Yeah, I guess
People
it
don't have
makes
as much
sense.
money, but more people are coming in.
Less people are buying, but more people are willing to work. So, you know.
Right. Yeah, we have a lot of, and also just a ton of homeowners who have nothing better to do and just want to come in and bother us. So yeah, it happens.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, no, 100%. So, I had another question on the terms of other creators. Just real quick, because I didn't know how to transition to this, but I really wanted to ask.
Yeah.
Elijah Laughs. So I've seen a bit of him, and you've done some collabs with him.
Yeah.
Are you guys? You guys aren't in person collabs, are you?
No. They're all. He's in the South.
Gotcha.
So he's like way far away from me, but we have a pretty good relationship. We text a lot. We call a lot.
Yeah.
I consider him like one of my good friends.
Oh, it's great.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, you guys
good
both
creator.
I think so. I think what is really interesting. So what you do really well with your videos is you really sell it with the kind of the whole like, obviously other than the filter, but like if someone were to walk up to you in real life, I wouldn't be surprised if they definitely thought Chad Thadley is a real person. He's just not that big. Yeah. You do really good selling it. Elijah does it differently, where it's kind of the same, like it's as if he's in an apartment building and someone's listening out the window. He's trying to keep it down, but that kind of makes it funnier a lot of the time. I'm
loud hilarious. And proud.
Oh yeah,
I'm loud. I don't care. Everyone's gonna know.
He's more quiet with it, but some of the more serious videos, it's just like the same conversation, and it's still super funny because it's like
because he'll say the most outlandish things.
Yeah,
like,
and it's just like
I'm here.
No, what? I didn't hit all those people. Maybe I did, but it's like it's hilarious.
Right.
Yeah,
it's very different. It's like same niche, but very different styles of delivery.
100%. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So another thing I wanted to ask you, certain about characters, but it's one of your characters, Brittany. Let's get into Brittany a little bit. So I remember because I followed you before Chad, or before Brittany. It was just Chad, but one day. I can't remember how exactly it started. You can probably do the story better. But one day it was something about Brittany with Chad, and then all of a sudden Brittany got her own video, and I was like, what? And then you had something on your story about someone complaining about that she had chest hair?
Yeah.
Let's listen to that story for a minute.
So basically what happened was I came out with a video that was like the couple who peaked in high school.
That's right.
And I just was like, oh, what am I going to do for the girl? I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a towel over her head and just put the Chad filter. And then people were like, commenting, they're like, make this girl a recurring character.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'll try it. So I tried it and I posted on TikTok. It was like the girl who peaked in high school 10 years later. 5 million views. People were loving it.
Yeah.
Blew up on Instagram. I'm like, wow. And all of a sudden, for like 2 months, like all my Britney videos would just outdo all my chat videos.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I'm like, wow, is this like, did I kind of like ruin my page? Like, what's going on? And eventually her hype died out and Chad has surfaced back to the top dog again.
Chad's always a top dog. He's never second.
He took a seat, but yeah, basically like I just like
took a seat. He doesn't take a seat unless he wants to.
I didn't like. For me, it's like that character is so much harder. I'm not a girl.
Yeah,
I don't know
exactly.
What
no,
like.
That makes sense.
I don't know what goes through their mind, so I just try to
on the surface level, though.
think.
You doing your skit because obviously I'd imagine most of your audience is dudes.
Actually, I've gained so much female audience now.
Since Brittany or just
Chad? I would say it's like probably like 70-30 now. It used to be like 90-10.
Oh wow.
And also like I make fun of a lot of different types of boyfriends. So
that's
like
also
girls
true. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah. So like this is gonna sound kind of weird. So my college where I'm at, it's northern Montana. I think the ratio, I could be wrong, and I'm gonna say this on the radio and someone's gonna call and be like, you're lying. I don't know that I'm lying. I'm pretty sure the ratio of dudes here is like 90 to 95 to 5 or 90 to 10. There's nothing here because it's a big diesel school. And it's a big wrestling school. Like we have a football, basketball, we got all that stuff. But like we have 3 dorm buildings. We have one that's co-ed, one that's only boys, and one that's only girls. The one that's only girls got flooded in the early I want to say 2000s. I actually don't know. I'm just pulling a date out of the air. And they still haven't fixed it because there's no need to because all the girls fit in the other building. So there's no need. It's just all dudes. But with the amount of just kind of I guess more guy influence. Like I don't see a girl here for like months. I'll see them like walking out of the hallway. But it's kind of weird. Like I think it was the other day where I like was sitting down and I was on FaceTime with this girl who went to the youth group with me, and then I was like, "Hey, you're like the first girl I think I've seen in maybe a week and a half." It's the weirdest thing ever.
That's crazy.
But
that's
just
crazy.
Yeah, without girl influence, it's like watching your videos is sometimes the only like female influence. And she's not even real, and I think it's the funniest thing.
Right. That's your opinion on like girl life now is Chad, Britney videos.
Yeah. So pivoting back to Chad, I want to ask about the lore of Chad. So
Yeah,
graduated in 2014.
14. Yeah,
So is that his actual graduation date, or has he been held back?
that's a good question. So that was his like official graduation day,
Mhm.
and then for years after, he continuously came back as a super senior.
Gotcha.
Like he was the original class of 14.
Yeah.
So like he when he was 18, it was in 2014.
Yeah. Okay. So
Then he came back 2015, 2016,
so right now
2017.
he'd be
but there's
28,
no, he would be
right?
30. No,
30?
2014 was 11 years ago.
24. Oh yeah, it's 2025. Yeah. 11.
Yeah, so he
11
would be
plus. Oh yeah, I guess it would hit 30. Yeah, he'd be like 30, 28, 30.
He'd be like 29, 30, something
Yeah.
like that.
Something like right there. Yeah.
I've never really like niched down his age. I've said he was like anywhere between like 28 to 32 in a
Exactly.
bunch of different videos.
So, and then one question I wanted to ask. So, a lot of Chad's characters. So, and then I'll go into this a little bit. When I first saw your account, I genuinely thought it was someone in my class making fun of me. And I'll get into. So I'm obviously a bigger dude, and I'm smaller. I say I'm small. I weigh the exact same that I did in high school, but I got a little bit taller. So the ratio went down. But I moved, like I lived in this small town, 8-man football. So we never played 11-man, and we were 6-man.
Oh my
at one
gosh.
point, right? Yeah, small. And
That would be so much fun.
I thought it was a lot of fun. So I never played. I was never athletic. I never.
Okay.
I played tight end, and that's about it. I was third string, and they told me I was fifth string quarterback because anything within 10 yards I could throw accurately. I have no right. Arm strength. I couldn't throw deep at all. But coaches don't play. I'll just keep it that way. That's what I tell everybody. And I think it's the funniest thing. But throughout my 3 years of high school football, because I didn't get back to that school till sophomore year because I lived in Denver freshman year. Throughout 3 years of high school, I finished my high school career with -3 yards, and it was a kneel on senior night. It's the most, you could laugh.
Yeah.
It's the most pathetic thing ever, and I always wanted to be that guy. And I kind of was that guy. Like, senior night, or not, the night before senior night, or no, homecoming, because we do the homecoming,
Yeah.
what is it? Where everyone
Pep
gets
rally
in the
or
gym.
whatever?
Yeah, pep rally. So we did the pep rally, and they called the entire football team up, and there's 4 seniors, and all 3 of them in my class look at me and go, "You're taking the mic," because we have to give a speech. And so I sat down there,
gosh.
and I introduced everybody with name and number off the top of my head, and everybody, because at first they were like, "Just ruin the speech," and then they were like, "That's pretty good knowing everyone's number." And I only had to stop once, because some kid had a really weird last name with like 4 syllables. And you know me, I top out at 2, so we got a problem. But no, it was a lot of fun. But so I was always a voice, and I did student council president. I was always a voice that was being heard. But I was never a football person. I have the football mind, not the football body. And so I had about maybe 15 or so clips of myself on Huddle, that total. And one day this Instagram popped up where it was called Charlie Recruit, and in the description it said 310 pounds, 5'2", quarterback corner. I wanted to be a quarterback so bad. I never even tried to be a corner. I tried to be a corner sophomore year when we had a team that canceled because of COVID, and so I stepped up in place of my cousin. I was like, put me in his spot, because we had another week, so we were just goofing off on a Friday. I was like, give me his spot. He's doing terrible. He missed 1 pass. I was like, give me a spot. So they put me in a corner. I got lit up. It was the funniest thing ever. But I never ever tried to be like, let me try for corner. I always wanted to try and be a quarterback, but I never tried. So, but they made 2 posts and then stopped. And they still haven't. It hasn't been updated at all. But it was just one clip of me getting lit up on a where I was supposed to be blocking a wide receiver, and he lit me up. And the other clip was a kickoff return where I completely missed the guy I was supposed to block. So the kicker walks up to me, and I just put my hands out, and then they'll whistle.
Send me that.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. It's the most embarrassing
that.
thing ever. I did not fit into that jersey at all. So I just it's the saddest thing. But every time I feel down, I go and watch that, and I get a good laugh out of it. Because it's like, if I went back now, I probably wouldn't even play football. It's just, I definitely try to coach. I don't know. It's just an interesting thing to think about. But, so when I saw your page for the first time, another thing I got to add. So I wear a bomber jacket all the time. So when I saw your page, Chad Thadley, and my last name ends in a Y, I immediately was like, is this like making fun of me? And then I saw, I think at the time I found it had like 50K, and then at the time it changed. It had 70K, or when I followed for the first time, it had 70K, and I was like, okay, this is definitely not making fun of me. This has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And I watched it. It was all about this construction stuff. And I'm in the electrical program, so nothing to do with construction, but I hadn't started yet. And I was like, okay, this has nothing to do with me. This is cool. And I had DM'd you, and out of nowhere, you DM'd me back, and I was like, this is awesome. And now all these people, because I've told people I'm like doing this collab with this guy, and they're like, oh, that's cool. Wait, I know who that is. How do you know him? I'm like, I just messaged him. Like, when he had, like, little followers, and he messaged back, and he's super chill.
Sometimes you gotta shoot your shot.
I shot my... Yeah. And this is a funny story. I shot my shot with Bass Pro Shops. I DM'd them the other day, and they were. I was like, dude... So my name on all social medias is Charles. My real name is not Charles. It's just Charlie, but I always put it as Charles. So anyone who reaches out to me and say, hey, Charles, either they're a really close friend that I can't remember, or they have no idea who I am. And Bass Pro Shop responded with, yes, we do, Charles. And I was like, what? Yo, give me a NASCAR. And they're like, no. I was like, well, I tried. But it was funny.
He said no.
So I talked to him, yeah. And then another guy, I'll have to blur his name, but I'll say it to you, is he's a NASCAR YouTuber, and he's actually started sponsoring NASCARs. Reached out to him a while back, because the old NASCAR jersey I used to wear, it's Furniture Row. Well, he has the same one. And so I reached out, I was like, we got the same jacket. And he replied with, yeah, man, that's super cool. I was like, you reply to this? And every time he uploads, I always like go and say something nice. But the other day, he uploaded something on the Colorado Avalanche and Gabriel Landeskog's return. And I was like, you're an Avs fan too? That's awesome. Now you got to come on my show. And he's like, I'd love to. So that's in the works. We haven't spoken since, but that's definitely in the works. And I'm super excited. Yeah, I think he's going to be the second YouTube guest. But he's big on YouTube. I don't know if he has a mill, but I would not be surprised if he did. I'd be kind of surprised if he didn't. Yeah, just because he's out, it's awesome. He's got really funny content to binge watch. Like when obviously, you'd probably notice this too. Content creation after football season is kind of hard. Well, I guess you don't make football content. Well, kind of. I'd put it in the category. Yeah.
I would say it's like a little bit of everything.
Freeform. Yeah. Something like that. With freeform, I don't know.
For me, it's not hard. But for other people, it is. So
for me, when it gets dead, because I'm a big NBA guy now, but this time a year ago, I couldn't watch NBA. I have a 7-hour Steph Curry video just playing on my Switch in the background, just so my monitor is not all black. It just works, and I get to suck power out of the school, so I can take more of my money.
I was about to say, use the school electricity.
I have behind me. I had to set the whole thing up, but behind me, I have 2 different power converters, and it's probably got, I think there's at least 60 cables back here that are all plugged in and turned on. It's the funniest thing ever. It's hard to talk about other sports when football is not down, because football, obviously wins matter more. So each week when you're doing weekly form content, it's easy to just talk about week by week.
Yeah.
But in the NBA, if a team drops a game, it does not matter. In baseball, it does not. It definitely doesn't matter.
Nope.
And in hockey, it definitely doesn't matter. It's just so...
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Hockey, I think it matters a little bit more, just because it's more staggered. But NBA, it's easy to rebound, and you're not always playing all your top guys. Like LeBron just came back from the G League. I had no idea he even went to the G League. I thought he was...
Yeah, he was in the G League for like a week or something.
I had no idea he was even playing in the G League. He switched with Bronny for a week. Freaky...
Right.
What's that show called? Freaky Friday?
Bronny started the other night.
He did. I heard that. I just didn't know that. I thought LeBron was just sitting courtside. I did not know that he wasn't playing. So interesting. But NBA, it goes NBA, hockey, and then baseball, just because baseball's got 162 games. But NFL matters so much, because if you drop one game, that's the difference between a wild card and winning your division. It's such a big thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just insane. So back to Chad Thadley, because we got a little off topic. But when I first reached out to you and you were down to do this, I was like, this is going to be awesome. We can talk sports. And then I was like, why don't I ask all these Chad questions that I got? So I got, and this is, I probably already know the answer, but I'm just gonna ask for the fans. So Chad Thadley drives what type of car does he drive?
V6 Mustang.
V6 Mustang.
Yeah,
what led you? Obviously, I know the answer, but what led to the answer of the V6 Mustang?
Like the most peaked in high school car ever.
Yeah, exactly.
His parents bought it for him in like 2009.
Yeah.
And he's never letting anybody hear the end of it.
And it's straight piped too, and it's like revs when he's pulling into the parking lot, and he's like,
yeah,
no, it's a manual, I have to rev it, and he just doesn't have to rev it.
Yeah. It's a stick.
Yeah, it's a stick. You got it. And it's like a manual, but it's like it's an automatic, but he's just not going to tell anybody. Yeah.
No, obviously not.
No, it's a different. Yeah. So when you had the Mustang thing, so my car is it's a V8, so I have an excuse. It's a V8 Camaro. And so when I saw the post about the Mustang, I was like, this is about me. It's a V8. This day, and I was trying to figure out because I was like, there's a bunch of kids in my high school who would definitely do something like that because they already did, and I was like, oh, this is definitely someone making fun of me. And so
I was like
ooh.
going between the Camaro and the Mustang. I was like, which one's more peaked in high school? I almost went with the Camaro.
Mustangs are way cheaper though, I think, and I think
that's
V6,
why I went with the Mustang.
I think Mustangs can be V6. I think the only protest I've ever been a part of was the march on Chevy when we wanted them to stop making V6 Camaros. That was the only protest I've been to where I actually took the effort to make a sign.
Very political.
Yeah, very political. I'm a very political person.
I can tell.
So, speaking of politics, no, I'm just kidding. Speaking of politics, that's all gonna have to get blurred, but I didn't even think about that.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
I'll make sure, and all this will be sent to you, of course, before. I interviewed a moron today. No, it's just gonna be no. And then also, I wanted to ask, just while we're here, do you have a YouTube or something I can collab? I could send it to you because they add like collabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one. Yeah.
I'll make sure to send that to you. We'll touch base. So.
I don't really use it, but it's got like a couple thousand subs. I mean, nothing crazy serious.
Not a big problem. So now I think that's all the Chad Thadley questions I got. Is there any Chad Thadley questions that you want to get into? Oh, the jacket. So the jacket, you told me last night, that jacket's not your actual high school. How did the jacket come to be? And what's the name of the school again? Remind me what the name of that school is.
Eastville High.
Is Eastville High a real school? Well, it probably is, but not where you are.
Probably is, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So where did you get the jacket? You told me yesterday, but I want to enlighten.
I got it on eBay for $25.
That's crazy. So did you buy that before Chad Thadley or after?
I bought it after.
After. So how long were you doing Chad videos before you bought that jacket?
A month.
Oh, a month. Oh, not bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I got it. And then I bought the dude's high school jersey too.
Who's the same guy?
The seller. I bought it. He was selling his Letterman and his high school jersey.
Does he? And I'm assuming his last name is his name Chad Thadley or no?
I don't know. I have no idea.
What's on the back of the jersey?
It just says like nothing.
Is there a name on the back of the jersey? No, just nothing.
No, it just says like.
I guess high school jerseys don't have
names. Eagles and then nothing on it.
That's right. But
that's how they're the Eagles.
The jersey is not Eastville Eagles, I'd imagine though.
It says Eagles on it.
Oh, okay, but it's not. I'm assuming there's no location. But I forget high school sports aren't big on brand.
Yeah, no, it's
just because everything's got to be replaced, and if they change it, they got to change all the uniforms. I forget that so often.
Yeah.
So, I had another question I forgot to ask. Shoot. Oh, the story about I kind of brought this up earlier, but I got to ask. Is back to Brittany, the chest hair incident. I need to know. No, you're gonna take your time.
Yeah.
But I need to know about So I had reached out because I remember you. How did you? So originally when you did it, it was just the wig, or it was just the towel, and then like a low cut shirt, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
And I messaged you being saying I was like hot smash.
Yeah.
But then one day you came on and it was a Britney clip, and it was like actually really well done, where it's like makeup and effect. I was like, okay. Yep. Am I getting? No, I'm kidding. I didn't obviously. Well, I said that as a joke, but obviously I was like, what the hell? This actually looks good. And so, I had reached out, but I was like way too much chest hair. And then you had replied with this story, and I want to hear it from you because I don't really remember it, but I do need to hear about this.
Yeah, story. This is like kind of like I've more recently just started getting big on Facebook, Facebook Reels. So there's a bigger, older audience on there, like 50, 60 plus. So, I posted it, and that skit blew up, like 20 million views on Facebook. My most viewed video ever is the Britney video on Facebook. Oh my
gosh!
I know, it's like I didn't even know 20 million people scrolled Facebook Reels.
I didn't even know Facebook had Reels until you said it. I thought Facebook had Marketplace and that's it.
Trust me, I didn't know either. But Instagram was like, "Hey, Chad, start collaborating."
Yeah, on Facebook.
Sending your Instagram post to Facebook, and we'll pay you. I was like, "All right,
really?
Yeah, I'll try it out."
So, and then another thing, is that your most viewed video ever on any platform, or does TikTok?
I believe so. Yes.
Wow, what's your highest TikTok? Do you know that one off the top of your head? 10 mil?
Like 10 mil, yeah.
Wow, that's impressive. It's a 10 mil likes or 10 mil views?
10 mil views, 2 mil likes, I think.
That's crazy. Does that ever, this is going to sound weird, but does it ever like get to you or anything? Be like, why isn't this video as popular as this? All the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
It's so hard to like, comparison is the thief of joy.
Oh,
honestly.
100% easily.
If you just compare, like, I understand that like, in theory, I'm probably like, hit my absolute peak with the highest viewed video ever, but I haven't hit my peak for how to just keep sustaining and gaining.
Yeah,
now it's about sustaining. Now it's about growing and sustaining. Because you see a lot of creators, they go way up and then they just go way down.
Yeah.
And I've managed to kind of just gradually, like every day you look, I probably have like 500 more followers.
Oh,
you know?
Easily, yeah. And who's that? I don't know if you know him. Ben likes sports. Do you know who that guy is? He just so he does sports content. His name is Ben likes sports. He
Kinda
just
bald,
shaved his head. I don't know if you know about that.
he's funny. I like his content.
So he made a video at like, I want to say 200,000, where he was like, at 500,000, if we do it by the end of 2025, I'll shave my head, because he's balding and he's gonna do it anyways at some point. But he said, hey, I'll shave my head bald, and he hit it before Halloween, or no, he hit it before my birthday. It was
and
September.
he hit it in like 2 weeks or something.
He hit it in like September, and no, it took him a few months. But then he was like, it was 250, and then he said if he goes, if we hit 500 by Halloween, I'll shave my beard too. And he didn't hit it, but he was like right there, and it was close.
That's a smart growth strategy.
It is, yeah. Just give him because then people like make like, because what was that YouTuber battle in like 2019? PewDiePie versus, I can't remember. It's like the Indian T-Series. Remember when that was a thing where it was like like people were developing rings where if you hold them up to your phone, it'll subscribe and unsubscribe. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember that.
Competition is like the number one way to just grow your channel.
I've been thinking about with Elijah
Just
doing like a
them?
race to 500K.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Like, me and him are like, hey, look, what's the? Because we're about now. Hopefully, I mean, I don't care if he sees this, but I caught him like bad. He's been doing content for like 3 years. I've been doing content for like a year. And I've already like caught him on TikTok. So I want to do like the fan base challenge.
That
like,
would be
hey,
kind of interesting.
we both make the same video. Hey, like Chad's saying this, he thinks he can do this, and you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I bet it would pop.
The difference is that Elijah doesn't really have a character. It's kind of just like that,
Right.
because like obviously your character is the guy who peaked in high school, but he's got a name and a character. But if Elijah, because with his content, every single video could be a different character, and you'd never know. The only way we know that Chad Thadley is the same character is because his Chad Thadley. It's the same guy.
Yeah, and you just know about the different captions of the name, like unemployed son.
Yeah,
broke up. That's you're like, oh, I'm getting a different character. With his, you have no idea what you're getting.
Yeah, but it's fine. Yeah, it's not, and that's not an issue against him. We mean no harm, Elijah, if you see this. But yeah, another thing I wanted to ask, because I completely forgot, is Chad Thadley, because I need to make sure, a 4-time state champ as a starter? Is that, can we give that to him at least?
That's confirmed. That's 100% confirmed.
Good deal. Because there's a lot of like,
he was elite.
Yeah.
Chad was elite. Like he was like gonna be probably an NFL prospect.
Does he still have it in him though? If he had given up,
he does.
Does he really?
Trust me, he does.
Do you have any plans to like?
There's an arc coming on that.
Is there an arc coming? Okay, I won't spoil anything. If you need me to cut anything, I can. But
no, don't cut it. There's a certainly he is not seen his last lick of competitive football.
Okay, that's interesting. What about and this could be censored if you don't want to answer, but where do you think we're heading? College Scouts, Arena League, UFL, or straight to NFL?
UFL.
What? Okay, now I gotta ask. UFL, what team?
Well, what I'm trying to do is actually possibly get the DC Defenders on board.
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm assuming you're a DC Defenders fan.
I mean, I don't really care, but yeah.
I'm a huge Battlehawks guy. I love Battlehawks.
Oh, Battlehawks?
Yeah.
I made a joke post a while ago that Chad signed to the Battlehawks.
Did you really? I never saw that.
Yeah. And then they like cut him. I made a post a day later that they cut him due to like criminal activity or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Awesome. Yeah.
Because I did a whole video about him trying out for the St. Louis Battlehawks. And he didn't make it.
I think I do remember that one. It's because, dude, Battlehawks football is so good. They're in the Dome. How could you not love the Dome? People are like, what's the best stadium? It's like, it's the Stallions because they're 3-time champ. Dude, they literally play, the Battlehawks literally play in the abandoned Rams Stadium. How could you not?
Like, I like the UFL. Yeah. I watch it. It's fun, but I don't really care like who wins.
Yeah, they literally changed the whole, they're changing the NFL with the format, and they're bringing players in. It's so cool.
I like it.
The only problem with the UFL is, one, it's super short, and two, your team changes every year. Like with college, you have like 4 years unless everybody transfers.
Well, I was gonna say probably like 2 years in college.
I don't know. The Battlehawks have like, they have like the same core, but like our quarterback has been different. Like last year was a mess because we lost like 2 quarterbacks out with injuries within like first 3 weeks, and there was a huge QB. It was a mess. But we had AJ McCarron for a while, and then all of a sudden he got signed to the Bengals after his first year. Then he got cut by them before the season started, so we went back to the Battlehawks, and now he's just not on the team. I don't even know. I'd have to look. But
he might be like a practice squad.
Yeah, probably something like that. Which is still, I would.
You make way more money than the UFL. So.
Yeah, but honestly, when it comes to football, in my head, and this might just be coming from me, just because I don't think money's a huge issue. Like, if I had to live the rest of my life in a room like this, I wouldn't even care that. Well, I would care because the desk is stapled to the wall, and I don't like that. But close enough. I wouldn't mind. Money's not a huge. If you're doing football and you're doing what you love, money doesn't matter anymore. Except for like, unless you're getting paid like a criminally low amount of money, then it might be a problem. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into the whole job stuff. But since we're getting into sports, I think it's time. We're gonna wrap up on Chad. But is there any questions for Chad and Brittany that you want to have answered that I didn't ask? Because I'm not.
I think the only thing is that I'm planning on possibly giving them a relationship arc in the future as well.
Ooh, okay.
So that's one thing that people should be looking forward to.
Okay, good deal.
That's the only thing. And
who's winning that divorce proceeding?
Definitely Brittany. Definitely not Chad.
Chad's gonna represent himself.
He's gonna represent himself and just demand the Mustang. He just wants the Mustang.
I just want.
He doesn't care about anything else. Yeah,
I guarantee you one of the videos is gonna be Brittany tries to take his jacket and it's not gonna work. Dives at the judge like that one video from like 2 years ago.
There's going to be so many funny stuff to do with that. And then I'm trying to also build a new character too.
Ooh.
I'm thinking about building like an anti-Chad.
Anti-Chad? Like, it's just some dude who's like...
Finance bro, like frat guy. Like everything that like a hometown Chad doesn't. He's a different type of Chad.
Oh yeah. What about...
I'm going to do it with a different
You ever thought
filter.
about opening the Chadverse? Like the Spider-Verse, the Chadverse. Chad meets like...
I've really thought about that.
Like, what? Your freakiest videos to me. So I'm in my head a lot. And so when I see videos that are like in a certain situation, I think of myself in that situation. I'm like, damn, that's interesting. Your video of... It was... You had no filter. And I don't remember the exact title, but you woke up in Chad Thadley's shoes like... And you went to work and like started doing paperwork and it was like, why can't I sign into anything? That would suck. Obviously, you're going to...
That would be awful.
Knowing in the end you're going to be fine, because obviously, you know, there's ways to prove... Like, if you went up to... If Chet went up to his dad and was like, hey, I know how to actually do this. You got to believe me. I'm from a different universe or whatever. I don't know what's going on. Obviously, it could work out. But for like a month, it's going to be absolute hell. Yeah. And you just don't know what to do.
I want to build more into those videos.
Those are interesting videos, because those are the videos like normally when I see a video, obviously I like... And I kind of listen to half of it, but if someone comes up and starts talking conversation, I gotta put my phone away. But those videos, I'm like, hey, give me a minute, I gotta hear this, because if I scroll and I forget, I'm not gonna see it again for a bit, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if that's it for Chad and Brittany, you didn't wait. We gotta get into the Brittany chest hair story. I completely forgot.
Oh yes. So basically, this woman on Facebook accused me of making fun of women with PCOS. Which is, I guess, some genetic condition that causes women to like grow hair, like mustaches and chest hair. And they said that my whole page was making fun of women with PCOS.
It's like at the time. So I remember at the time that I saw that thing on your story, it was like maybe 2 weeks of Brittany total, and there's probably like maybe 2. If you scroll for maybe less than 30 seconds, you'll find that there's no more Brittany videos. So did you respond to her, or how did that conversation end up going?
I basically like responded and was like, yeah, a man with a beard and chest hair is so offensive. And it got like quadruple the amount of likes that her comment did.
Ask her to catch this ratio. Ask her to watch, what's that Hugh Jackman movie? Greatest Showman. That's every time I think of a woman with beard, I just think of that show. Just because I think my sister liked it a lot and I watched it a lot as a kid. That's the only time I can think.
Yeah, like
she was like a real person too, so I wouldn't know.
Make it so serious.
Yeah.
It's like it's obviously for fun.
Yeah, it's like you can't. It's like I don't know.
But now like I don't really get any. I get a lot less hate than I used to now.
Probably because people can tell that you're kidding. I'd imagine now.
I feel like at this point people are like, oh okay.
And
I've actually had a lot of people who like hated on me originally. I've seen comments where like, I used to hate this guy's content until I realized it was a joke.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Like,
when I first saw your content, I thought, well, okay. Obviously, in my head, I thought someone was making fun of me. I was like, this is like the most disrespectful, because I'm not anything like this. And then I was like, okay, I'm fine. We're good. There's nothing to be ashamed about. But
nobody's really like Chad in a sense. Like, there's nobody who's exactly like him in a sense.
But I was like so close. I was like, dude, I'm like right. And then I saw the car, and I was like, all right, this might be intentional. But it's the funniest thing. But I think out of that, I think if we're ready to move on from Chad, we're ready to get into the meat, the sports. You ready? All right.
I agree. Yeah,
so everyone who comes on this show, this is a common. I need your I call it the 4 bigs. Your NFL, your MLB, your NBA, and your NHL. So mine are the Cleveland Browns, the Colorado Avalanche, the Golden State Warriors, and the Atlanta Braves. Let's hear your 4. So you told me, but let's hear it for the fans.
Warriors. How does that surface?
I was born in California. I was born in Roseville, and I was only there for 3 years. So anyone who's like, you're a bandwagon, because like
you're not.
There was this 6-month period where every team except for the Browns won a ring. Atlanta Braves won it in 21 of November, and then later that June, within 10 days, the Warriors won it, and then the Avalanche won it.
Right.
Yeah. So, but everyone's always like, "How are you a Warriors fan?" I didn't pay attention to basketball until I think it would have been right around the bubble ring, and I started kind of paying attention. Yeah. And
you missed Prime Warriors anyways.
I did. Yeah, I did. So I remember the whole rivalry, but I remember just not caring. But I remember my mom is a Golden State fan.
Okay.
So I was always like, okay, if anyone asks, just say Golden State, but say you don't watch it. But I've always been Golden State. And so when it was time to like actually get into basketball, I was like, do I switch teams? And I was considering switching to the Celtics because my grandpa's a big Celtics guy, and I really like lime green. I was thinking about switching, and then Jason Tatum had that aura loss streak where he's like, guess we'll never know, or what did he say? We did it! And I was like, nope, I hate
like, he was like, we did it! We did it! Anything's possible.
And then there's just say hate, but I hate it. He's a great player,
He's
and
corny.
I'll never take that away from him. Cornball. I can't. No.
Yeah, dude.
So I was like, nope, Warriors. And then the Warriors, but I vividly remember watching the 2015 finals. It wasn't the final game, but I remember watching one of those. No, it was the final game. Game 6, 2015. I remember watching the collapse in 2016. I remember watching one or two of the 2017 games, but it was none of the wins. And then I remember watching the 2018 win. And then starting when I moved back to Montana, just for fun, I was like, what if I just start calling these games? Because I have no ball knowledge. And I called 2 in a row. I was 2-0. Golden State in 6 against the Celtics. I called that right. And then it was Nuggets in 5, which I called that one right. And looking back, I actually would have called Nuggets in 6 because I did not know how good Jimmy Butler was back then.
Yeah.
And I would have changed it. But I'm super proud, and I'll always stick with Golden State. But if I ever had to switch, I'd probably go Celtics, but it wouldn't be till Tatum retires because I just don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Oh, actually, no, I lied. These days it'd be Magic because I love the every time they beat someone, Orlando Magic, just on Instagram. It's the
that's
thing.
hilarious.
And then Fear the Deer. I love that slogan. The Bucks. I don't like the forest green, but I love that. But yeah, so that's why. But all my teams are all over the place. But I just grew up in Denver.
Yeah.
I don't have a reason for Browns. My dad is a fan. I followed him. I can see you smirking, man. Come on, it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
No, it hurts. It hurts, man. It hurts a lot. Shadur's he's gonna be the 42nd starting QB. Yeah, dude, his house got robbed last week. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so let's jump into it. I've been talking too much. What are your top 4 teams? And I already know the answer, but we got to hear it for the fans.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows I'm a huge bandwagon. Big Lakers guy.
You're a Lakers.
Big. I'm just joking.
Okay, you're being okay, I can tell.
Big Eagles guy. No. My teams are all Washington teams. Baseball is like Nationals.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey's Commanders. Basketball is the Wizards, who are like
hockey is
poverty.
Commanders.
I mean, hockey is the Capitals. Sorry.
No, you're good. I had to call you out on it. Sorry.
Basketball is Wizards, and then football is obviously the Commanders. But I really only care about football and basketball during the playoffs.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. My mom doesn't.
I mean, I watch all the baseball like playoffs, but
yeah, I don't know how you don't even follow it. It's like, come on, like the only sport I cannot follow for the life of me, and we're gonna get sexist here. WNBA. No,
yeah, it's.
I mean, I can't follow it, but we're not getting sexist. That was the part I was laughing.
Yeah, I follow basically like every sport once it hits the playoffs for like hockey, basketball, but like regular season, I don't really follow too much.
See, what's funny? On paper, I look at the biggest bandwagon except for football, but because I really like the name of the Indiana Fever, and so I was like, I'm gonna start following them. And right when it was before Angel Reese even got drafted, before they even had the pick, I was like, I'm a Fever fan. But you'll never hear me talking about it because I just can't stand WNBA. And now they're going into a lockout or whatever. I don't even know. I don't update anybody on it. I talked about it a few months ago, how they could be going into lockdown. And then they finished, randomly, Vegas won the title. And I was like, I thought you guys weren't even having playoffs. It's like,
right.
Someone's banging on my window, but I'm going to ignore that. So let's talk about some sports. So what's your like main, so football is your main one, yeah? You want to talk about?
Yeah, football, like die hard.
Yeah, okay, football. So let's talk about the biggest Commanders, like, kind of gripe over the last, like, century, the name. Obviously, it's been kind of a huge deal, but it was Redskins, then it was football team, and then it was Commanders, and there's been rumors about them changing it, but I want to hear your thought process on what you think about the new naming situation with DC.
I don't love it. I actually, very majority here, I actually like the Washington football team. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was fun,
I thought it was great. I was like, we're the football team from Washington. We had some like gritty years with like Taylor Heineke.
You
I was
guys
like,
made
why
the
not just
playoffs under that name.
Yeah, I was like, we made the playoffs with Heineke. Why not just keep it? Like,
Yeah.
we almost beat Brady in the wild card, but they had to go out and do the Commanders and all that nonsense. So of course, like, I'm on board with the name, but yeah, I mean, nothing beats the original, the Redskins.
Oh, Redskins. So there's been rumors about them changing it to Red Hogs, which is
I don't think
kind
it'll
of.
happen.
It's kind of. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it's kind of weird on paper. But when you look at it, because obviously their D line in the was it the 90s? The I think late 80s, early 90s. The Hogs.
Their O-line, O-line was the Hogs.
The O-line, not the D-line. Yeah, the O-line was the Hogs, and then Red. But then there was like, what if they're the Washington Braves? And I was like, no, these are the Braves. But it was kind of just a mix-up. So everyone, but they wanted to do a national because is his name? I really don't want to get this wrong because it might be offensive. Is it Blackfeet? Is he the chief who was on the He was a Native American. Like he was on the helmet, and his family is asking to put it back. And
they weren't involved in that removal.
Yeah, no, they had nothing to do with it. And and now they're asking for it to be. It's like it's not racist. The only people who think it's racist are white people. What is wrong with you?
I know. I was about to say it was all the white saviors on the behalf of like.
People were like, "We're sorry, take it off." It's like if you're sorry, leave it.
Yeah, like they don't care. No one cares.
No, but
that was the same thing with that baseball team, the Guardians, who were the Indians prior.
The Indians actually, or something about. I'm pulling this out. I'm pretty sure this is true, but this could be totally wrong. Apparently, they got that logo from a bunch of super racist people. That Chief Wahoo, but everybody loves Chief Wahoo, and they have no idea he has got racist things. Like we were Indians fans, and then my dad, so now he's a Padres fan. I became a Braves fan before they won the World Series. Not bandwagon. We're okay. It's okay. But yeah, it's a huge issue. But like now, everyone's talking about the Braves tomahawk, the Chiefs tomahawk, where they do but you can't get rid of that, man. It's engraved in, especially Atlanta. They're the oldest baseball team. They had the first World Series sweep. You can't. Maybe you could get rid of the Chiefs. You can't get rid of the Braves, and you definitely can't get rid of FSU, who we all stole it from. It's just insane.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I want that. So you're probably not gonna have too many opinions on this, but I just want that. So if you could name the team, what would you name? And let's say you. It's not Josh. Is it Josh? It's not Josh Daniels. It's Josh, the owner.
Oh God.
It's Josh something. Because I said Jaden Daniel. It's Josh something.
Yeah, Josh something.
Yeah. If you were put in his shoes, obviously you're not going to change it back to Redskins, but what would you change the team to? You can't say the Washington Thadleys. You can't. That's cheating. That'd be too good. They win the next 50 Super Bowls.
Josh Harris is his name.
Harris, that's it. Thank you. Josh Harris. So if you put Josh Harris in shoes, what would you change the team name to? And what would you do for a logo? So I've had this thought, and if you're ready to go, but I have like an idea. The old spear design, and it's on one of their rings, but you know where it was just the circle and the spear? Yep. That's what I thought they were going to do, where it was going to be something not racist.
I have a couple of jerseys. That one right back there is the one with the spear on.
They're amazing.
I collect the spear ones because they're sick.
Yeah, they're awesome. So I thought they were going to do that as a logo, and then they went with the W. I don't hate the W. I like how it's unique because it's the only team that doesn't have black or white. It's the only
Well, now we have our new logo. Have you seen the new Commanders logo?
When did they release that?
With like the circle.
No, when did they drop that?
Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone.
I can pull it up on mine. What's it called? Just the Commanders' new logo?
Commanders logo.
There's no way. Did this just get released?
Yes.
Oh, I did see that. That's on their shoulders, isn't it? Oh.
Yeah, that's technically what is considered their logo.
Oh, I gotcha. I'm talking about a primary logo, like the one that's going to go, not here, but because that's the NFL logo. It'd be like,
that's the W right now. The primary logo is just W.
So I want to change the primary logo to the spear that's just in a circle, like they did in, I don't know. But that's not, I don't think that's as offensive.
I would just do the spear on the side of the helmet. That should just be the primary logo, is the spear.
Yeah, just the spear. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah,
I think either if I was in his shoes, I would maybe lean towards Washington Red Tails.
Red Tails. That was another one. I heard Blackfeet as one, which is the Chief's name, who was on the.
I don't like that.
Who was on the? Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that one, just because it's and it would work if everyone was wearing black cleats. That would be really cool if ever they had but you can't enforce that enough, so it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, I was thinking that, and then you maybe could do something like the Washington Congress or senators or something like that.
And so that's another thing I was gonna ask you. So their new is it Major Tuddy? Is that his name? That's a really good name because touchdown, but he's a pig, which is the funniest thing ever.
The hog.
Yeah, the hog. Did they change it to the hog?
Well, no, he's a pig, but it's supposed to be from the hogs.
Oh yeah. But so the whole thing is everyone, when that first came out, everyone was like, "Are you guys making fun of the government?" And then they released one statement, and they're like, "We're not talking about it again." I was like, "Okay, so Yeah, probably. I just thought it was super
Probably.
funny.
Who knows? Who knows with them?
What was your guys' mascot before you guys were Commanders? I can't even remember.
Indian.
Was it the Indian? I can't remember. Was that an official mascot, or because I know the Chargers have like Boltman, but he's not official. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know. I'm not super well versed in Redskins
I don't
football.
know if we ever had a mascot.
I don't think you guys did before he. I don't know.
Major
But,
Tutty.
like, the Giants and the Packers and the Jets don't have an official mascot, or the Chargers don't.
I don't think we ever had an official mascot.
That's interesting.
Until Major Tutty. I don't think we ever had an official mascot.
That's interesting. Can you imagine when it was a football team? It's just some dude, not even
Right.
in a costume.
Yeah.
He just walks around. He's like, hey, I'm the mascot.
With
And
the
he's got
skirt.
like a
With the
badge.
Yeah.
His name's like, my name is mascot. Just whatever.
Right.
Hey, I'm
credential.
Dave. Yeah, that's just a rental. What do you? I'm on a 4-year contract with the team, but we're gonna change the name in 2, so they're gonna cut me.
Right.
Yeah. And then so I wanted to ask. I have to look this up because I forgot about it. Actually, we'll do this one first. What are your thoughts about the Super Bowl teams? Obviously, we're not live, so I just had to ask. Is there anything you wanted to say about the Super Bowl team? So 3-time champions, 17, 22, 26. What are your thought processes on just kind of thinking back? Because obviously, I'm a Browns fan, and I go back and think about the 1874 Brown or whatever years they won it all. But it's just interesting to think about just kind of the team history. Like, I reminisce about, I guess not football, but I reminisce about the 2001 and the 1995 Colorado Avalanche a lot, just because those were good teams. Joe Sakic and I can't remember our goalie's name, and the guy from Boston, whose name I can't remember, and now I feel really bad that I can't remember, but I'm going to edit this. I'm going to be like, I remember who it is. Ray Bork. I got it. Ray Bork. That was such a good dude. But so do you ever just if you're watching a game with your team getting blown out, you ever go back and just watch the old clips?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, this year I'm already reminiscing about last year's Commanders who made that sick run to the
We'll get
NFC
into that because that's also on my list of questions.
That's definitely one thing I always reminisce. I reminisce about the 2012 Redskins with RG3 in his rookie year when he tore his ACL.
Yeah.
In the wild card game when we were up a score against the Seahawks, and then we lost by a score.
Yeah,
that was, and I was at that game. I was in person and I watched, and I was on the sideline where I was directly in front of him tearing his ACL.
In front of RG3. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the next thing I wanted to bring up. It's next thing on my list. Jaden Daniels, not his thoughts on him. Actually, we'll go, because we can segue better. What are your thoughts on Jaden Daniels? What are your thoughts on him when he got drafted? And what were your thoughts on him? Because he got drafted 2nd overall. So you guys could have taken Drake May. What are your thoughts about him being picked 2nd over Drake May? And what are your thoughts about him at draft and at now knowing that you could have had Drake May?
Well, I'll say this. At draft, I was like, please don't draft Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Please don't fall to 2. I was like, please. I just knew he wasn't the right quarterback for us. Fine,
easily.
He's doing fine on the Bears, whatever.
Do you think, knowing your team better than I know your team,
we would have taken Drake May?
Here's let's say that the Bears take Drake May and Caleb Williams falls to 2. Do you guys think the Commanders take?
We were all in on Jaden Daniels from the start.
What if the Bears take?
Apparently,
if the Bears take Jaden Daniels, do you guys think you guys take?
Then it was Drake May because we had Drake. We never met with Caleb.
Oh, really?
We met with May and we met with Daniels and we met with Dart. I'm not Dart. What's his name? 9 McCarthy.
Oh yeah, 9.
9.
You met with McCarthy, but you would have drafted 9, which I probably would have done it the other way. I'd rather be in a meeting with 9 and draft McCarthy. At least McCarthy takes what is it, admission for what he does wrong or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right. So I'll say this. I mean, when we drafted him, I was hyped. I was like, this guy is he's great. And obviously last season, I was like, wow, he is really, really good. This is the right pick. And I still stand by that. I mean, Drake May hasn't done anything in the playoffs yet. He's beaten up on a lot of crap teams. Mm-hmm. We got to see. But
now he's on the rise, especially with all that Drake May lover stuff. That's hilarious.
There's a lot of... Jaden never got glazed like that. He never got glazed like that.
No, just because I think it was a lot about his game, and I'm going to compare here, we're going to go back to basketball, Tim Duncan. A lot like Tim Duncan, where he's on the low, but Drake May is kind of the same way, but it's different because he's actively trying to avoid it. Where it's
right.
Yeah. It's the same
Daniels
thing with...
embraced it. He embraced it.
He embraces it, but it's kind of the same way that everyone calls Justin Herbert a social media quarterback, because he literally walks out onto the field wearing someone else's jersey to avoid the media. The more you avoid it, the more it's gonna.
Daniels doesn't avoid anything. He's all on the spotlight.
He's totally he's like, I'm that guy. And Bo
Yeah,
Nix
he's and
Bo Nix does the same thing, but Drake May is just like, hey, we played our game. My wide receivers did their job. My line did their job. It's perfect. We're good to go.
that's not Jaden Daniels. That's not Commanders football.
No, that's
not Commanders.
If
football.
you're a Commanders fan, you know they're a Commanders fan. Same way with
We
Browns
need
fans.
a guy.
You need that guy. And now the guy on the Patriots now is Stephon Diggs, but that I feel like that guy on the Commanders right now, more than Jane Daniels, I feel like it is a little bit more Deebo Samuel. Just because I'm hearing more buzz about him, He's like one sandwich away from being a tight end who doesn't know how to block.
But he's having a silently good year.
He actually is having a silently really good year.
I hope we re-sign him next year. He should stay on the roster. He should stay on the roster 100%.
So, pivoting back to Jaden Daniels, because one of my later questions is about our roster. Jaden Daniels' injury. Let's talk about that. What's your thought process on... So, did you watch that live? Let's talk about that. Did you see that happen live?
Yeah, I was watching the game.
What was that?
I was like half watching it. And I'm like, oh my God, why is he still in? Then he's taking this run and his arm is the other way. I'm like,
it just snaps. So I was watching
livid. I was livid.
I was watching Tom Grossi. I don't know if you know him. I was watching his stream on YouTube, and randomly he was just like, and I had my Switch pulled up, I'm just watching the stream so I can have the score up top, because you can rarely find streams that you like actually care about. So I just watch this. So just have the score pulled up, but randomly he did that, and I have no audio. So I'm like, what just happened? So I pull up the game on my phone. And I rewind about 5 minutes. I just watched. I'm like, oh no! I gotta text Chad now. So every time something happens, I'm like, I gotta check Chad.
You were like, I'm so sorry.
I texted you. I think it was the next morning, because like that night,
I'm like, bro. I was like, bro, I'm used to this. I was like, I'm used to this.
Yeah,
dude.
it's not even.
This is normal behavior for me. You get it as a Browns fan. And when you said that, immediately
I was like, either he's depressed, trying to get off of it, and then I was like, oh no! Every time the Browns do something bad, he never messages me, so I know for a fact he's just used to this by now.
Yeah, like I know you're a Browns fan and understand it. Like, guys,
it's just like even if you tried to reach out and make fun of it, it's like, what do you want me to say? I knew this was gonna happen.
Nobody really makes fun of Commanders fans because they know that the team has made enough fun of the fans themselves.
But it's just so. But I wanted to ask, so have you seen these similarities between so you guys have had 4? I'll kind of quiz you here. You know your 4 major quarterback injuries? Do you know the 4 big ones?
Heisman, Smith, RG3, and then Daniels. So
do you know about the rule of 2 with all those guys?
So
I'll read these out for the fans who are listening. But similarities between this graphic is actually like the most blurry thing ever. So I got to open a new image. So these are similarities between Jaden Daniels and RG3's injuries. They are both a 2nd overall draft pick. They are both drafted to the Washington team.
Yeah.
Because one was Redskins, one was Commanders. They both were injured while playing the Seahawks. They were both injured on, is it Northwest or FedEx Field? But it just says
yeah.
They're both injured on the same field on the same second down. It was second down, and they were both injured on the 4-yard line. The only difference is RG3's was his leg that did the
and also leg. Daniels was on the 4-yard line in the red zone.
Yeah.
RG3 was on the 4-yard line on the defensive
on
side.
his own side. Yeah. So, same end zone, which is interesting too, because but they're both going the other way. So
but still,
that's super
that end zone
freaky.
has seen it. That end zone has seen it. Yeah, and obviously it was different. RG3's is now prefacing it. RG3's way worse.
Oh, 100%.
We now realize that Daniels wasn't even actually that bad.
No, everyone saw Daniels and was like, I saw no one talking about it. Because everyone was like, if we start saying something and he's fine, it's going to be weird. So no one said anything, and then he was fine. And now I hear a lot of people being like, whoa, that we were so close to this being the 4th. But
thank God.
Yeah, no, honestly,
everything that it's fine. And it's not even his throwing arm.
Yeah, and I respect, even if I do not like Patrick Mahomes at all, but even if it happened to him, I pray that he's okay, and I hope he's okay. You hate injuries. Now, sorry, I dropped my phone. Am I, of course, hoping for an injury that doesn't hurt? Of course. Every day I wake up and I pray to God that Mahomes has another flu game. But am I hoping that he wakes up and snaps both his legs? Of course not.
No.
I pray against the other team for the love of the game. I'll say I hate a player. I don't obviously really hate them. I just dislike them. That's how it goes. And then the other team, I have to use the blurry image. No, I can't. I can't use the blurry image because I can't see it. I'll just search Alex Smith injury.
Yeah, it was both on the yard line.
It was so right here. So Joe Theismann versus Alex Smith. The injury was a broken right tibia and fibula. A broken right tibia and fibula. The injury happened for Joe Theismann November 18th, 1985. For Alex Smith, it was November 18th, 2018. So almost 40 years apart.
But the same date. The same date.
Exact day, which is even harder knowing that football only plays on 4 days out of the year. Monday, Thursday, Sunday. 3 days out of the year. Which is
so that can really only come in like a couple of different options.
Yeah, it's insane to think. Both were on the Redskins. Was Smith on the Redskins when that happened, or was he?
He was. He was on the Redskins when it happened.
No,
we hadn't changed the name yet.
We hadn't changed the name yet. Okay, or they hadn't. Yeah. Both happened in DC. Both happened at the 39-yard line. The final score. Do you know the final score of that game? I'll give you a little chance to redeem your knowledge.
Of the Texans and the Commanders game, was it 24-17?
It was. They were both the same. It was 23-21. Both games.
Oh, was that close?
Yeah, it was super close. Yeah.
And I remember we were 7-3 that year.
Yeah.
We were 7-3.
Yeah.
And so, then we went
here's another one.
8-8.
Do you know who the other two? Do you know who it was caused by, the injuries? Different people, obviously.
J.J. Watt and Lawrence Taylor.
Do you know why they're so similar, though?
Because they were both defensive player of the year.
Three-time defensive player of the year at the time. Actually, it's the same. No, it's not, because I think Lawrence Taylor got another one. But it's
I don't think Watt did, though. That was like the last year of Watt's prime.
Watt hasn't got another one yet. Let's say, and then
he retired, right?
Oh yeah, sorry, I'm thinking TJ. My bad.
Yeah, JJ Watt's out of the league.
Yeah, JJ Watt's out now. But then left tackle. Do you know about this fact? I didn't know about this one until I pulled up this morning. I did like an hour of research before.
Well, it was Trent Williams and Russ Grimm, right?
It was Joe Jacoby.
Oh, Joe Jacoby.
But I didn't know about the similarities. They're left tackles. There were both Pro Bowl left tackles that were off the field at the time of the play due to an injury.
Yeah.
I did not know about that. Speaking of Trent Williams, I'll have you talk about that because I didn't write that one down. You say what you're about to say, though, because I interrupted you. I'm sorry.
Well, I was going to say, that 2018 season, we were building something special that year. Oh, that was rookie Terry. That was a end of prime Alex Smith who was gunning the ball. Yeah. And we had Darius Geis before he beat up that woman. He was like a peak runner.
Before he beat up that... Let's just say he was stronger after he beat up that woman.
Exactly. And we had, I don't know if you remember, but prime Jordan Reed before the injuries.
Oh my gosh, I forgot he was on that team.
We were probably going to win a playoff game that year. We were probably going to lose in the divisional round that year.
Yeah, but keep in mind, last year you guys didn't even think you guys were going to make the playoffs, and look where you ended up.
Yeah, we went. Exactly.
It's just insane.
It happens when you never think. But we were literally, the wild card team was 9-7 that year, and we were 7-3 at that point.
Yeah, that's insane to think.
So we obviously would have gone to the playoffs.
Yeah, it's just crazy to think. It's obviously, and that's coming from me as a 2020 Browns fan that missed helmet to helmet, dude. Anytime I sit on my timeline, I'm like, dude, I can't do it.
Yeah, you guys probably maybe could have gone to the Super Bowl.
We deserve. I tell everyone this. We deserved the right to get blown out by the Buccaneers.
Yeah, I mean, they still would have blown you guys out. I mean, they would have blown out any team.
I don't think any team was... They were the first team ever to bring back all 50... It would have been 52 starters back. They're the first team to do it. And
Gronk didn't come back.
Gronk came back. Right? Gronk came back. It was after the Super Bowl. Yeah, after the Super Bowl. He played one more year. But they were the first team ever in the cap space era, in the Super Bowl era, to bring back all 52 back from the starting roster, still on the starting roster. Because there are teams that have done it, but they went to practice squad because they were like,
what was that like from after the Super Bowl? They all came back the year after, or was that before? Mm-hmm.
So they all got it. All of them were either under contract or they got re-signed to the exact same
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Brady brought everyone back, and Antonio Brown quit on the football field.
Yeah.
And that really costed them another chance of going back to back.
Later that year. I don't think they were ever going to go back to back. That Rams team, I don't think anyone was beating them.
I mean, they were damn close. If anyone was going to do it, it was Brady.
But here's another thing, though, that it's kind of alternative history, which I like to think about a lot. So Brady grew up as a Niners fan, right? And they played the Rams. I don't think if he beats that Rams team, that 27-3 comeback, I don't think he moves on and beats the 49ers next week. I don't think he does it.
Oh, I don't know. I thought he would have swatted them.
I don't think he would have. I think it would have been a 49ers Bengals Super Bowl, and I think Tom Brady would have retired because can you imagine him being like, I don't want to retire. I want to retire after a loss to my home team. Every time I lose to the Browns in Madden, I'm like, dude, that's the team. I'm done. They beat me. I'm fine.
Right. Yeah, he probably would have retired. Honestly, I don't know why he came back for that last year. I wish he hadn't.
To spite his wife. No, I was just kidding. I have no idea.
Whatever. Yeah.
You never know.
He sucked. They sucked. He was all right that year, but that team was terrible.
Yeah. He always said that he'd retire when he was bad, and he put up decent stats and then retired. He never declined.
He never declined. 4,000 yards.
He never declined the deficiency, so he just quit at the top of his game. Like, it didn't even matter.
Dude said winning division, getting to the playoffs means I'm ass.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, another thing I wanted to ask you, is the super old roster that the Commanders have right now. What's your thought? So obviously we talked about a little bit about Deebo Samuel, but what about it's Von Miller and then who's that guy from the Seahawks?
Bobby
Wagner, not Warner. What is your guys? What's your opinion on having those guys in that backfield? Because obviously,
Wagner is good. He was first team All Pro last year in a Pro Bowl selection. Mm-hmm. He's still good. Von Miller, that was a dumb signing. Yeah. He's made like 2 sacks, and he gets winded and has to get oxygen after a couple of plays. What's his name? Zach Ertz is totally declined. He's not very good anymore.
Really, I was actually gonna bring him up. I actually really like Zach Ertz a lot. I think he's a really
so do I, but he just has declined a lot this year. He was good last year, but he's declined a lot this year.
Yeah, and that's the problem. And David Njoku, I don't know if you're familiar with his game. He does it a lot where he'll have like an explosive like sneaky offensive player of the year for like 5 weeks, and then he'll drop because they'll start putting like a 2-man spy on him, and it's like, what can you do?
Yeah, that's kind of the same with Zach Ertz. He'll go off for like 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh,
and you're like, man, now I remember why he's a Hall of Fame tight end. And then all of a sudden he'll be like complete dog.
Do you think Zach Ertz is Hall of Fame?
I mean, he did win that ring with the Eagles.
I think so. I was going to say, I think the Eagles, he'll make the Eagles Hall of Fame. Or the Eagles Ring of Honor, whatever they call
or their Ring of Fame or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll make the NFL Hall of Fame.
I don't think no. It's super hard to make the Hall of Fame.
He might appear on the ballot one time.
Oh, easily. He'll make the ballot.
But
and he'll be on the list. He'll be on every notable list of people that can get in. But if Eli Manning can make the Hall of Fame, Zach Ertz is definitely not.
Eli Manning will make the Hall of Fame.
Easily. But everyone was shocked that he wasn't first ballot. It's like he never won a playoff game.
I wasn't shocked.
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I think he will make it. I did not think he was going to get first ballot, especially because the team is going up. I don't think he's going to make it this year. I think he should.
He beat Tom Brady twice, and that's enough to get into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Honestly. Is that this year the Hall of Fame is stacked. Drew Brees, who else could get in? I can't even remember off the top of my head. There's a lot of guys. Julio Jones could get in. Drew Brees, Julio Jones. This year? Yeah, he's eligible this year. It's a lot of like It's stacked.
Brees will be getting in for sure.
Brees is first ballot. There's no way he's not.
Julio Jones should be first ballot.
Julio Jones will make the Hall of Fame. I do not think he will be first ballot. But if he is first ballot, I think he'll get it over Manning, and it's going to be a shocker. And it's the other way around. I think if Eli Manning gets in this year, it's going to be over Julio, and everyone's going to be shocked.
Right. Not Peyton Manning, though. Peyton Manning's already in, right?
Peyton Manning got in first ballot. Peyton Manning,
he was like the first. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Oh, yeah, no. He's the first ballot Hall of Famer.
Is Larry Fitz eligible this year?
Yes, that's the other one. No.
He's getting in.
Ooh. Yeah, I think he is eligible this year. Maybe it was
because he just finished his last season was 2020. No.
Yeah, so he'd be eligible. Yeah, he's the other one I was thinking of too. Maybe I'm wrong about Julio being eligible.
Julio played up until like 2023.
Oh, then he's not eligible. Maybe I'm thinking of Fitz.
You're thinking about Larry Fitz. They both were 11.
Fitz is first ballot. He will get in
easily.
Yeah. No,
if he isn't first ballot, that's insulting.
Oh, that would be an insult, dude. That dude has more tackles than drops. That's an insane stat.
I know.
And for anyone listening, how a wide receiver can have more tackles than drops, it's when your quarterback throws a pick and you tackle the guy with the ball.
He played on so many poverty rosters.
He played on the poverty roster. He didn't play. Actually, he can't. He can never play on a poverty roster because he's on the roster.
Right, but everyone else stunk.
Everyone else sucked.
They had David Johnson for like a couple of years.
Yeah, but I almost brought up the Hail Murray, but that was Hopkins. I mix those two up so much.
But Fitz was on that team.
He was on that team, but he did not make that catch. But I was going to be like, if you want to see like a DeAndre Hopkins highlight, go look at that. But no.
Hopkins is already a Hall of Famer, in my opinion.
Really? You think he's a Hall of Famer? I don't know.
I think D-Hop will go to the Hall of Fame eventually.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking first ballot. Yeah, I don't think he's first ballot.
No. Him and like Devontae Adams aren't first ballots, but they'll go like.
You think Devontae Adams is a Hall of Famer? I don't think
not first ballot. He's got a lot of All Pros.
Imagine if he retired right now, though. I don't think he'd make Hall of Fame for a while.
Yeah, but he's gonna play this year, next year, and the year after for the Rams.
If the Rams make a good playoff push and he does really well,
if he gets a ring and does a good playoff, yeah. If he gets like Super Bowl MVP,
I don't know. He might get a Super Bowl like Cooper Kupp. Do you ever think he'll make the? I don't think he'll make it first ballot.
No, he only had one good season.
Yeah,
really,
he had one good year, Triple Crown, but that was super good though.
I mean, he probably actually will make it eventually, just because he was the Super Bowl MVP and he had the Triple Crown. That's insane.
That's super insane. And did he get Offensive Player of the Year that year? He did, didn't he?
He did. One of the best peaks of all time.
Yeah. No, easily. I think
he was also getting.
I think the highest ceiling of all time though was Jerry Rice Super Bowl MVP. I don't remember what year that was, but that was a peak. That was amazing.
Yeah, Jerry Rice had obviously the highest peak out of any.
Easily. Actually, I wouldn't say highest peak. I think the highest peak anyone could have ever had would have been AB. If he never got hit, dude, he could have won.
Oh yeah.
He could have done it.
Yeah.
He's
still a Hall of Famer though. He's first ballot.
No,
Maybe his first ballot. In my opinion.
But I don't think they'll ever let him in.
They won't. They won't ever let him in. But he would be first ballot.
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily.
He will never see.
I don't know about first ballot. I would say
he's got that ring. He's got more. Yeah. He's got better stats than Julio.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know first ballot. I don't think first ballot. It'd be close. It depends on the whole thing. The whole thing about first ballot is you got to remember who's there because only 4 get in, and then you have to. Yeah,
you're right.
So it's just weird.
You're right.
Yeah. So So what? And then last question we're going to talk about Commanders is what's your opinion on last year to this year over the last 2 years? Obviously this year it's a lot of injury, but last year, what's your opinion on the transition from last year to this year being honestly Super Bowl contenders? And on top of that, another question to ask is, do you think that Commanders team could have beaten the Chiefs? And going back to this year, what do you think that their ceiling is as of right now?
So I even said this to somebody today because I was watching some old highlights. Mm-hmm. Had the Rams won that game against the Eagles, I think the Commanders would have gone to the Super Bowl.
Really?
The Rams team was not that great last year. They were not that amazing. They were winning low-scoring games. Mm-hmm. The Eagles were playing an awful game. And I think that the Commanders would have been able to, but I think going into Philly, Jaden as a rookie, was too much for him. Yeah. I think it was too much for the team. Yeah. And we had 3 fumbles in our, we were tied 10-10, and then we had 3 fumbles in a row.
Yeah.
And that was basically it.
Yeah, but it was also Saquon taking off it. Like it was the first play from scrimmage. It wasn't the first play from scrimmage.
Then it was the first play from scrimmage for their offense.
For their offense.
It was 3-7, and then Jaden led a huge touchdown drive down.
Oh, 7. Amazing.
And then it was 10-3 at 10-7, and then they kicked the field goal. It was 10-10. I'm like, all right, we're in this game.
Yeah.
And then De'Ami Brown fumbles once, and I'm like, all right, we get the ball back. And they score 17, and he fumbles again. I'm like, all right, we're done.
Yeah, it's over. And that was.
And then they ran up the score too. It was a 12-point game. Yeah. And we started pulling starters in the fourth quarter at like a 14-point game, and they just kept their starters in.
Yeah, well, so they were going for the they were gonna. So apparently, I don't think this is true. Apparently, they were going for the record because right now, because obviously after knowing hindsight, the Super Bowl, they have the most postseason points scored. But they did not know. They did not know they were going to go drop 40 on the Chiefs.
They were just trying to be.
They were just trying to division rivals.
They were just like, screw you guys. We're gonna, even though Jaden wasn't even on the field, it was Mariota by the end of it. We're gonna keep Hurts and Barkley out there and Brown and run it up on you guys.
They're just trying to slap you, pretty much.
It was whatever. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, it's just like.
But yes, I think we would have beaten the Chiefs. Yeah.
But so turning off that game, NFC Championship game. What's your thought? What's going through your head? Because like, I remember when the Browns lost to the Texans. In my head, I was like, all right, we didn't even have a starting quarterback. We didn't even have a solid start. We didn't have the same quarterback the whole year. Next year's our year. What was your thought process turning off that game?
I couldn't believe it. We just blew out the best team arguably in football, the Lions, by almost 3 scores, and then we just got beat 55-22.
Yeah.
I'm like, what just happened?
Yeah. Yeah, it's insane. So
it was. First of all, I couldn't even believe we were there to begin with.
Oh no,
that day didn't feel real. For everybody. That day didn't feel real. Like getting to turn on the NFC Championship with the Commanders in it did not feel real.
Really? Like, so what's the highest before last year? What was the highest they'd ever been in your lifetime?
Wild card.
That's it, really?
Oh no! My lifetime they beat the Bucks in the 05 division in the wild card to get to the division.
Oh yeah, you were born. If I can't believe that's fine. 01. Okay.
01. And I do remember that 05 year. Like I remember it being a big deal that we won a playoff game.
Yeah.
And then I believe we went to the divisional as well in 01. But we hadn't gone to the NFC Championship since 91.
Yeah, it's just insane to think. But you guys won the Super Bowl that year, so.
Yeah.
So but with the Browns, so they went to the playoffs and played the Steelers in 2002. But they never actually won any games they'd never been in my lifetime until 2020. COVID rolled around, and then
that was when they beat the Steelers, right?
They beat the Steelers at
the first snap of the game.
Fumble, right? Like so that's and I'll have to give you the link. And I definitely want to give that to you. We gotta the whole reason why I want to do this on YouTube. We'll do a premiere, but I want to spread this wide. It'll probably I hope to get this on your TikTok, but everyone will know. The link will go live. It will go live on the radio show, and then directly after the radio show, because it'll be a 2-hour thing, it'll premiere on YouTube directly after that. What I want to happen is my intro is it's about 2-3 minutes. It's Real Gone by Sheryl Crow. It's the intro to Cars. But weaved in between it are moments in my favorite team sports history. And the very first thing I ever played on the radio, and it's now in the intro, is that snap going right over his head. And I could give you the call out too, the exact commentator call. I'm pretty sure I have some sort of something's wrong with my freaking head, but I could do it down to a T. It's Steelers dead last in the league in rushing. Oh, and the ball is over his head, and he just gets the call, and then Myles Garrett goes to jump on it. It falls out the back, and they dive on it. It's incredible. And that when I went down to the radio show for the first time, I called my producer. I don't know what his actual job title is, but his name's Dave. He was showing me how to work everything, and I wasn't supposed to go out till the next day. And he goes, "Go live right now and tell him." I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Go live and tell everybody about your show." I was like, "All right." And he goes, "You got to fade in with something cool." And so I literally faded to silence, and then you could just fade into Steelers dead last. And I played the clip, and I said, "Ladies and gentlemen," I explained the clip. And I was like, "Welcome to Kickstart Sports Radio," and that changed my life. Honestly, the radio show is the most fun thing I could ever do because I'm not the best at talking directly to people face to face. Obviously, you're different because it's like I barely even know you. You don't know me, so you're not looking at me judging the whole time. But it's right. No, I'm just kidding. But it's kind of hard just to make friends. So but I can get in front of a camera and talk for hours. It's the most fun thing ever. Yeah, I hope this takes off. Obviously, I don't think I could do a career out of this. I don't think I'm not good at talking, but obviously I want it to.
Never know.
You never know. You never know. Every YouTuber you ever ask, obviously I'm not. Oh, I'm gonna go to Twitch. Yeah, I don't want to be that guy. But every single YouTuber that you ever ask, like especially Tom Grossi, he's like, I was a history teacher for like 2 years, and then I started YouTube, and kept doing it. It's incredible. I think it's the cool. Every content creator you ever asked, are like, I didn't think this was gonna happen. It's like, yeah, but no, watching that Browns play, that was insane. And I just can never.
One of those things, it's like, I'm the same way with those calls. Like, legendary calls are embedded into my head.
Mm-hmm,
like, I still think about the one in 2024 when he's like picked by Mikey Sanderstone. It's like,
oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, it's a pick six. Like, freaking out. That was like shocking.
What are the others? So, the other clips, so I'm good with NFL. So, like, my memory, so any Super Bowl, you can give me the number, I'll tell you one that lost it from memory. Insane with that stuff. But
I'm the same way with the Super Bowls.
Oh, easily. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
But the other calls on the radio are just most notable moments. It's the LA Galaxy, because I had to get into soccer. So the LA Galaxy winning the cup. And you'll probably know this one. It's Curry's Bang Bang, the 2016. Yep, the three. What's the call? They have a timeout, decide not to use it. Curry way downtown, bang bang, and he's like, what? I can't remember the exact call, but it's like with 0.6 of a second remaining, and he says the score, but I can't remember what the score is.
What about the one with Ray Allen and Bosch and LeBron?
Oh, back out to Allen. History final, bang! Yeah, no, incredible.
Yeah,
I'm not a huge LeBron guy. We'll get into basketball in a minute, but that's just not really a cup of tea when it comes.
And
to
the Minnesota Miracle too.
Oh, Minneapolis! I saw that live, not in person.
Sideline, Diggs,
touchdown! Yeah, no,
that
incredible,
one's awesome.
Great call. The other ones are Colorado Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup. The dynasty will be denied. The Colorado Avalanche have won the Stanley Cup, and then the other one is this is the most interesting one. So the Braves in 21 won the World Series, but it's so loud when they catch the ball. I cannot work the audio to make the crowd noise go away. So I went back a game to Game 5 on. I think it's Freddie Freeman's home run, which is really cool to put them on. And they lost that game, but that's just the home run. It's like a 540-foot bomb they just nails in Houston. I think it was in Houston. But it was just insane. So that's the play I got there. And then the rest of them are Martin Truex Jr. winning the NASCAR Cup. And then it's Dale's Daytona win after his dad died. Nolan Arenado charging the mound. Myles Garrett's 5.5 sacks against Justin Fields. And then this is I think my favorite one is Alex Ovechkin, which we'll talk about, his 895 goal. Because for the last year, me and everyone on the radio show were counting down the days. I was like, listen, if we're going to talk about hockey, we got to talk about this. Because this is my first year doing the radio, and they're like, do you do any hockey? I'm like, yeah, let's talk about it. And I counted down the whole time, and he hit it. I go live Tuesdays, Thursdays. They hit it on a Saturday. I was like, come on. So I literally walked to the studio with I had my grandparents visiting. No, it was my grandma and a bunch of cousins. I walked in the studio. I did my show for like 30 minutes talking about it, and then I went off. And I was like, all right, let's go. I had to do that. Yeah, I had to do it. Or he hit it on a Saturday, and I went and did that show the next day on a Sunday. But it was like the most. I was super excited. But no, that 2020 Browns team, man, I can't. It's just insane. And if Baker doesn't play with that injury next year in 21, he's still on the Browns.
Yep.
Obviously Odell's gone, but it's such.
You guys are probably like 2023 with Baker. You probably go far.
We probably would have gone. Houston was the only team that I think could have beat us that year. First of all, the Chiefs lucked their way all the way there. That sucked when they beat the Ravens.
They won it.
They won.
They lucked their way to winning.
Oh yeah, they lucked their way to winning. That was so crazy. Then not a single call. They lucked their way to both the Eagles and the 49ers rings. Not a single holding call was called at either of those freaking games. Well, probably
the Chiefs have gotten a lot of calls to get to these big games.
Yeah. And obviously, I was
surprised last year they didn't three-peat. I was shocked.
I just thought it was going to happen. I was not. I knew the Eagles were going to run up that score. I was so nervous, though.
The Eagles beat them so bad.
Yeah, and you know what was crazy, though? It was everyone. I don't know if you remember. Did you watch that whole game live? Because I did. I watched it here in the college dorm. I was going to go home, but the weather wasn't cooperating. But I remember it was the face mask or offensive pass interference, like right in the first quarter on that 4th and 2. To Brown, AJ Brown, and I was like, "Oh, here we go!" And I immediately opened Instagram.
Yeah, that's
and all
what I said. I said, "Here we go" to my family too. I'm like, "This is the thing." But then I stopped watching the Super Bowl.
Really?
I couldn't watch the Eagles continue to run up the score.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
If they're just beating us, I was like, they're gonna win.
Honestly, though, in my opinion, okay, this might be different just because not a division rival. So I really like the Eagles. I love Philly. They're great. I like Eagles a lot. But it was super. Even if it wasn't my team, like, is there a team from, let's say hypothetically, the Chiefs or NFC, and they played the Steelers? If the Steelers run up the score on the Chiefs, I watched that entire thing and I'd be crying of joy. That'd be the funniest thing ever. Rivalries come after hatred, in my opinion.
I'm ashamed to kind of admit it, but I was actually kind of relieved that the Eagles won.
Oh, dude, I can't.
Instead of the Chiefs. Happy. I didn't like watching them run up the score, but I'm like, all right, at least the Chiefs didn't three-peat.
Yeah. So, okay, debatable take.
I was like, whatever.
Debatable take.
But I hope none of those teams get in. I hope neither of those teams are involved this year. Philly or the Chiefs.
Okay.
I hope they're both just out of the picture.
Debatable take I got to bring up because I have to ask this. Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts? Be brutally honest with yourself. Who do you think is better right now? Well, okay, with a healthy arm. You know what I mean?
I think if you put Jaden Daniels on the Eagles roster last year, they might beat every team by 100.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think they beat every team 100-0. I mean, you have to think that Jaden Daniels took a sorry-ass team.
That's true.
To the NFC Championship, throwing to De'Ami Brown, Zach Ertz. Like who was our running back?
Brian Robinson last year. Did he?
Yeah, he was. But like, it's like,
did he not make an All-Pro last year or not? No.
He was like a Pro Bowl. He wasn't
Pro
an
Bowl.
All-Pro.
That's not All-Star. Pro Bowl. He should have made a Pro Bowl last year.
Like half of our roster was Pro Bowl last year.
Yeah, no.
Like,
I think everyone.
All the guys that like stunk in years prior, they're just like give him the Pro Bowl because
and they did it with the Browns too. The Browns swept every award after losing to Houston. They won Defensive Player, Coach of the Year, Assistant. They did not Coach of the Year. They did not deserve. Depoy was deserved. Assistant coach was deserved, but like I can't remember the other ones we won. But it was like randomly. It was why?
I hate those awards. They're always like
comeback player of the year.
Flacco deserved that.
I think so. I was really hoping it wasn't DeMar Hamlin because it's Because it's like I understand you came back from a heart attack.
Remember DeMar got nominated for it like last year too.
Yeah, it's like what did you come back from being mid? It's like come on, man.
Yeah,
no, he had a rebound last year, and I was like, okay, this is actually really good. But he wasn't coming back from anything. Last year he was coming back from something. But I
know. I mean, I think that Dan Quinn should have won Coach of the Year last year. I don't know why they gave it to a Vikings head coach.
Kevin O'Connell? Oh.
Yeah. They were first round exits.
They were first round exits. Yeah.
Why do you give it to him?
Yeah, I don't care. Well, the Browns are first round exits, and Kevin Stefanski.
I don't care that you guys went 13-4.
Yeah.
Like the Commanders were 3-14, and they went 12-5, and went to the NFC Championship, and you're not giving their coach of the year.
That makes I do. It's so dumb. But then again, there's a lot of criteria that we just don't know about. Like if you asked me 3 weeks ago, I would have said I want Kevin Stefanski to be our guy. Right now, if he gets fired, I'm like, it's going on my story. I'm sending it to you.
He's got to go. He's got to go.
Man, and he was that guy. The thing is that to defend him is that he did not want Deshaun Watson, and Houston didn't want Deshaun Watson either, because when Deshaun Watson came in, he could not play football. He needed to have an offense that was built around his play style, just like Clemson did. Houston adopted a Clemson play style, and that's how they made him work. That's why you see all these rookie QBs. These random QBs come in and are able to win a game with the Browns, like
Davis Davis Mills,
DTR, and Joe Flacco can come in. It's because Kevin Stefanski knows how to work with pocket passers. That's his specialty.
Well, that's the thing about the Texans too, is they can also have these random ass quarterbacks like Davis Mills fill in.
Exactly.
They have that same system. Like,
but exactly.
DeMeco Ryans is a good coach,
and that's why it's because they moved away from that Deshaun Watson offense.
But when Deshaun Watson was hurt and they had somebody else fill in, it was terrible.
Because
only Deshaun Watson can play that offense.
But ignoring all of his controversy, when Deshaun Watson is playing full health, full confidence in his own system, unbeatable. You cannot stop him. Yeah. He's scrambling out. He'll run right up to the line of scrimmage and throw a 50-yard bomb as you think he's about to rush.
I wish he beat Mahomes in that wild card game.
Oh, dude, that would have been
when they were up by like 24. Divisional game it was.
24-0. When they ran, the Chiefs ran out of fireworks that game because they ended 24-55.
I really thought. Yeah, how do you lose 55 unanswered?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know how do you lose 55. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't bringing up.
Yeah.
So we'll jump back into this, but I want to get the other sports out of the way real quick, just to kind of get it. So let's go hardest to easiest. Basketball. Wizards. So I kind of put down because I know football the best. But let's go with the Wizards because I have the least amount of talking points. My 2 talking points are: what do you think about them this year, and do you reminisce on 1978 because that's their only title. But that's just kind of what I put for the rest. I'm not a Wizards guy. When I looked up basketball, I legitimately looked up Supersonics because I went, Washington. Wait, Sonics don't exist. It's Thunder now. And I went, oh, wait, no, he's Washington, D.C. So I had to look it up. But what do you think about the Wizards?
Wizards are a forgettable franchise. I like C.J. McCollum.
C.J. McCollum, okay. Yeah, he's decent.
He's okay. And we have a lot of young guys who are like point scorers. There's potential, but no, they're not very good.
Yeah.
And I don't reminisce on anything for the Wizards. If anything, I reminisce about the John Wall era.
Dude. John Wall, the GOAT.
He's my favorite basketball player.
Oh, dude, John Wall's awesome. Yeah. I like John Wall. He's a good dude.
Yeah, dude. Like, I wanted to be him when I was a kid. Yeah. Like, I remember the dance,
the little,
I love John Wall. I have a couple jerseys of John Wall. I mean, he's the man.
So, and then what do you think about, if you don't have comment, 1978? None of us were even conceived.
The Bullets. They were the Bullets. They weren't even the Wizards.
Oh, yeah, they were the Bullets at the time. I didn't even think about that.
They had to change it because the crime rate in D.C. was so high.
There's no way.
We had the highest murder rate in the world, and they had to change it away from the Bullets.
Really? You know what's funny? Yep. Every time Baltimore loses a game, the crime rate goes up, which I think is fun. But that probably happens in every city. But people call it out in Baltimore.
Baltimore Bullets would be an elite football team name.
That would be
Baltimore Bullets.
The one I always go with, so I'm 30 minutes from the Canadian border. And so the team that I always go with is the town I am in is Havre. I call the Havre North Stars because there was the Minnesota North Stars, now they're the Dallas Stars. But it's like, why did you go to North Stars? And now hockey's thinking about expanding. Quebec, they're thinking about bringing Quebec back, Nordiques. They're thinking about bringing the North Stars back. They're thinking about bringing Atlanta Flames back. I don't know why there's not a hockey team. I don't know why there's not a hockey team in Atlanta.
It doesn't make any sense, yeah.
No, I don't know why there's not. It's just insane how there's so many cities. Like Virginia has such a huge population and they have 0 Big Four teams. It's just insane.
It's a joke. We don't have anything in Virginia.
No. Yeah, it's just insane. So then we can move on to the Nationals. Let's talk about it. I'm just gonna get right down to business. What the was 2019? Let's get into that. I need to look up all the teams they beat because they beat the Braves and it was genuinely
sick year.
I did not even pay attention to baseball, but when I watched that World Series,
we assembled like the craziest roster of just like we were like the 2020 Bucks, basically.
Oh, easily.
We took like all these like solid players and we're just like everyone just get up there. Like we had Juan Soto, like Trey Turner.
Yeah.
We had like all these really good players. We had Rendon.
And the craziest part was not only did you guys beat all these teams, and it was like a crazy solid team full of just kind of underdogs, but you guys were not expected to win any of these games. It was the same. Nope. So, you guys didn't beat the Braves. That's right. Cardinals beat us. So, you guys.
I know we beat the Astros in the series.
So you beat the cheating Astros too. They were cheating at the time, which was insane.
That was so awesome.
So it was the Brewers in the wild card round, which was everyone. That was a 50-50 toss up. But you guys looked really solid in that game and moved on. Then you guys went into LA and beat them there. I think that was when everyone was like, "What's going on?"
I remember when we beat them.
Yeah, and everyone
like,
was getting ready.
whoa.
Everybody was getting ready for Braves, and
Dodgers.
no, Braves and I can't remember the team name.
And the Nationals.
Nationals.
Sorry.
I keep thinking. I keep thinking Capitals. Nationals Braves as like a rematch because we're division rivals, and then they were like, and then all of a sudden the Cardinals like upset them, and everyone was like, "What just happened?" So then you guys got to play the Cardinals.
I saw that we were playing the Cardinals, I knew we were going to win that.
So you know what's funny is that you guys were like favored in like half those games. That was a toss up, and then you guys went to Houston. Boom! Everyone was like, "Nope, this is where the Linsanity run ends. We have to watch this again." And then they stunned him, and everyone was like, "What on earth just happened?" You look back today.
How many games did it go? I don't remember.
You 6? Beat him in 6 or something. It's right.
Yeah, we didn't even need 7.
You
I remember watching the last game.
You beat you swept the St. Louis. You beat the Astros in 7, but you blew them out in 7.
Yeah, that's why.
You destroyed him in Game 7. And the Braves did that in Game.
Awesome
the Braves won Game 6 like 7-0 against the Astros. So it was like insane.
Yeah,
but
that was a sick run.
Yeah, you guys. So it was your World Series was 4-3, your NLCS was 4-0, and then your NLDS was 3-2. So you guys barely snuck past everybody.
We squeezed by, but we did it.
But it was still. I'm not even gonna like even saying like, oh, they just squeezed by. Linsanity run. No, this run. I don't know old baseball as well. This run is 2011 Mavericks level. They're not the team to beat, but they are the team to beat the team to beat. If that makes any sense. To be the champs, you got to beat the champ. No, who was the 2018? Oh, Red Sox. It was Red Sox, but they didn't beat they beat the Dodgers or Yankees. No, they beat the Dodgers. They can't play the Yankees in World Series. Yeah,
we beat the Dodgers.
Yeah, I keep thinking that Astros went to 3 in a row. They didn't. I don't know why I keep thinking that.
The Dodgers have been to so many World Series.
Dude, what's your opinion on what's your opinion on the lockout? You think the lockout's gonna happen?
I don't know. Honestly.
I think it's gonna happen. Do you know about that whole situation?
I mean, I've heard like briefly, but like
it's about because there's no salary cap, and so because the Dodgers are buying all these guys, they're like
that's what it's about.
If the Players Association doesn't make a deal, if all these players go be like, we want a salary cap, but we're not playing, there's a lockout, which was happening in the WNBA. So, they just want more money, but now they want a salary cap. I think there should be a salary floor. That's why teams like the White Sox and the Rockies suck. It's because they just have cheap owners, and you don't know what to do. Yeah,
they want to make all the money themselves and not pay the players.
It's crazy. And then another thing I want to ask. So, Bryce Harper, what do you think about Bryce Harper? So obviously he's not on your team anymore, but I want to hear your thoughts on him because he pretty much took that. He pretty much took that team. He put the team on his back. He pulled a Greg Jennings.
Yeah,
he
wasn't. But Bryce Harper wasn't there for a run.
Was he not? I thought he was. No, he was not. Really?
No.
When
Bryce,
did he
we let him go year before.
What? That's insane, dude. How mad
he wasn't on.
Really?
Probably.
I had no idea.
Fuming.
Wow. So I knew about. Really, I thought he carried. Who's the guy that carried the whole series then? Some dude.
Rendon. Anthony Rendon.
Oh, it was Rendon. I'm dumb.
Yeah.
Rendon. And what do you think about
Soto? Rendon and Soto.
But he wasn't. Soto wasn't what I was thinking of. It was Rendon who put the whole team on his back.
Rendon was he had
clutch.
Sick.
Coming up clutch.
He had that grand slam.
That's what I was thinking of. Yep. So what do you think about? Well, I guess since we don't really talk about him, so what do you think about Bryce Harper and his kind of career with the Nationals? Now he's moving on to the Phillies, and he's just kind of they can't get over the hump. What do you think about? What do you think? Yeah. What do you think his career? Do you think we have a return? Do you think we have a Chad Thadley return to high school coming back? A homecoming, you could say. Do you think Bryce Harper's ever going to come back?
Bryce Harper hates DC now.
Does he really?
He's salty about it, from what I've heard.
Well, I would be salty too if they didn't trade him. I don't know about the whole.
No, he wanted to be. He wanted to go.
Yeah,
he wanted to go. Don't remember. I don't know if you remember, but the Nationals had a losing record halfway through that season.
Oh, they weren't. They had a 1.3% chance to make the playoffs, let alone win the thing.
They were crap.
Oh yeah. No, I remember that. And when they won it, they didn't win it at home, did they? They won it in Houston, I remember. Yeah,
in Houston, which kind of sucked.
But you could hear that stadium still. They went quiet because they all knew they just watched greatness and they don't want to boo. It's just insane.
Yeah, nobody booed.
Nobody booed. No, you can't boo that. No, you can't boo that.
We beat them so bad in the World Series.
Oh, yeah, no, it's insane. Yeah, no, it's just insane. Because they're all like, what just happened? They had a 1.3% chance to make the playoffs. And then he just did that. That's insane.
One of the best Linsanity runs in sports outside of the 2007 Giants.
Oh, he's. I wouldn't really. Sorry, I wouldn't really call it a Linsanity run because in my head, I think a Linsanity run is a team that won the whole thing and didn't deserve to win it. I think I can. I would.
They were 9-7. I don't really know if they deserve to win it.
I think the Giants. Well, no, I call the Giants a Linsanity run. I wouldn't call this I would not Commanders. I would not call this Nationals team a Linsanity run. Well, I would call their playoff push a Linsanity run, but I would not call the
pieces.
Run.
They had the pieces to succeed. The pieces. Like Manning was throwing to like David Tyree.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I was talking about Nationals. So I think
they beat the 16-0 Patriots. That was a Linsanity.
That was insanity. Like, but I think the Nationals playoff push was Linsanity run, but their actual World Series run was not. I think they deserved to be where they needed to be.
Yeah.
They were in the right place at the time.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
It's just kind of insane to think about. But yeah, it's just the Nationals. It's comparable to the 2011 Mavericks. They are one of the best teams to ever win it, but they should have lost every single one of those series. And the fact that they did it, insane. Someone I actually was arguing with them. When you said that you needed 5 more minutes, I was arguing with them on Instagram. Someone said the 2024 Thunder had not one of the hardest, but had a decently hard path to the finals. And I was like, no, not even close.
Well, their path was like cupcake.
It was, and all the teams they played were either missing a star player or played a team missing a star player, because they played a healthy Wolves team, but that Wolves team beat a injured Golden State team, and a healthy Golden State team. I don't think they steamroll either of those, but I think they beat the Wolves in 6, and then I think they can actually upset the Thunder in 7.
Yeah, they could have, and then
I still
the
think
Pacers lost Halliburton in Game 7.
Oh yeah, and then they played they beat without John Morant the Grizzlies, and then they beat Denver in 7 without Aaron Gordon. So it's just kind of it was just
that was that was a cupcake run, but whatever. Thunder fans deserved it. They hadn't had a championship in ever.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's just insane to think. So kind of switching, we'll jump over sports again to another one of the titles you've seen. 2017 Capitals. What do you think about that run? That was an insane run. And moreover, what do you think about Alex Ovechkin? We'll talk about his 895 in a minute, but what do you think about...
That was either the 2018 season?
Yeah, I think so. Sorry, my phone going off. The 2017.
I was just trying to remember chronologically.
No, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, that was a sick run. I remember people parading in the streets in DC.
It would have been 2016, 2017, because the number that goes on the jersey is the year that the game's being played. I'm pretty sure it was 2018 because I was at the parade. Was it? Oh, nice. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, in DC we went to part of it. We didn't go to the full thing, but
I know the Avs, they won it in 22, but the season started 21. But all their patches are 22 Avs champions.
It was the 2017-2018 season, I think.
So wouldn't they be 2018 champs? Maybe they are 2018 champs. Oh,
they are 2018 champs.
Wait, who's 2017 then? Why am I missing this? 2019 is the Blues. I can look
it up, but it's
2020 is Lightning, and then it's Avalanche. Yeah, I don't know who the 20.
But anyways, yeah, that was a sick run.
2017 is I think it's the not Redskins. Blackhawks. It's Blackhawks. I'm pretty sure it's 2017.
I think you actually might be right. That was a sick run. It was cool. Ovechkin deserved a ring for sure. He's the pinnacle of this DC hockey. We had all the core guys like Backstrom.
It was the Penguins. Just
Penguins.
That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was a fun run.
No, it's a
hockey's
good run.
Probably the sport I care about the least out of the 4.
Oh, really?
But I'm more it probably goes football, basketball, baseball than hockey for me.
Really? Mine always goes football, hockey, and then probably I'd say now, if you asked me 6 weeks ago, I would have put basketball last, but I probably put it third, and then I'll put baseball last. But yeah, I ride or die. I like the Braves a lot, but no, I ride or die for hockey. Hockey's such a fun sport.
Great sport.
Yeah, it's easiest. I think it's easiest to watch, but
super. I love going in person to hockey games.
No,
I've been to one Capitals game.
I can't go to a game anymore. I had season tickets for the Avs in 2017 when they won 22 games total or something like that. Dude, I can't do it again. I haven't seen the banner. I need to go back to it's Ball Arena now. It was Pepsi Center. I need to go back to Pepsi Center and see the banner. I gotta go see it sometime.
Yeah, you should.
Okay, good.
You got to.
I'm flying a buddy in from Denver this week, and he'll be here until right before Thanksgiving. But we're gonna hang out and have fun. But he goes all the time for basketball games. I'm like, dude, if I come down, we're going to a Nuggets game, and then the next day we're going to a Avs game because I need to see the banner.
Yeah,
because he's big on basketball. So where was I? Okay, so now we can shift over to Alex Ovechkin. What do you think about Alex Ovechkin passing all-time goal-scoring record 895? He's over 900 now.
He's over 900 now.
Do you think that he's better or worse than Wayne Gretzky? Because I have my answer, but I'll let you speak on it first.
I think that Alex Ovechkin would tell you he's not better.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's kind of like that LeBron and Jordan thing. LeBron won more. I mean,
Really?
Jordan won more, but LeBron had better stats because, you know, I don't know.
I
I
think it's
just
the other
feel
way
like-
around. Because if you look at assists, I think it's just because, like he's got like 100 more assists than he does. I think it's.
I think Gretzky's better.
Oh, Gretzky is way better. I think.
Just to
Gretzky's
preface
better.
it, I'm not arguing for Ovechkin.
Oh yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
good deal. Okay, yeah.
But what I'm just
Gretzky's way
saying is
better.
like I'm saying like LeBron is kind of like
Oh yeah.
Like Gretzky where he has the better stats.
Yeah.
But like, the thing is, Gretzky's like Jordan
The other thing
too.
is Gretzky also has the rings.
It's not a great comparison.
all
no,
Ovechkin
he's
has
not
is
better.
the-
He's the number two. He's the number two, and he should be proud of
He's
that.
the number 2. I think he's number 2 all the time.
He should 100% be proud of that. That's a great
easily.
achievement.
No, he's
and he's still
proud.
playing, and he's still elite.
And he's loyal to Capitals.
Yeah, and that's one important thing is like that's the one thing I don't love about LeBron is he team hopped.
Oh, easily.
He team hopped to get rings. He farmed rings.
When I was first learning about NBA lore, I was like, wait, why does he went to 9 in a row? Why does he on 3 different teams? It's because he switched right after he won a switch. He lost with the Heat and switched, lost with the Cavs and switched.
Dude,
it's like what? And then he won a bubble ring with the Lakers and is still with them.
Dude,
it's like, dude,
he is
switch.
like he's the original ring farmer, bro.
If he was on the Cavs last year, they would have won the whole thing. That would have been electric. Could you imagine?
They would have won the whole thing because the Cavs didn't need much more. Yeah, no, he's not the player.
They didn't even need LeBron,
be.
I think, but having LeBron as just a backup, I don't think he would have been a backup. He would have been a starter. But having LeBron as another piece,
yeah, he would have been a starter for sure.
Yeah, they would have. Who knocked him out? It wasn't. Was it the Pacers or it was Pacers?
Pacers, yeah, Pacers.
Yeah, they would have been able to beat the Pacers with that. That was insane. Pacers is an insanity run. That's an insanity run. I'll give you that. Yeah, that's just insane. Pivoting back over. Actually, I guess we can stay on LeBron and basketball while we're talking about it. We'll do. I sent you this question. And we'll start with this and we'll go to the football one. All-time starting 5. Now, I will preface this. There is a correct answer, and if you do not give the same answer as me, you're wrong. Thanks for your opinion, but it's wrong. There is a starting. There's only one that I could arguably sub out, but there's easy answer. So what's your starting 5? If you don't want to give positions, that's fine. But what's your
I'm not giving positions. So point guard, obviously.
Here, wait. Before you give that answer, hold on. I gotta grab it. Oh.
Okay.
There's only one answer. Hold on. I gotta sit down because I actually haven't, because I'm not on camera a lot because it's radio. I don't get to flex this a lot. There is only one answer to who you think should be the number 1 point guard of all time. If you say Magic Johnson, you're dead wrong, dude. No.
Steph Curry.
There you go. There's only one answer.
100%. Dude. And after I give you the starting 5, I'm going to give you a take that might blow your mind.
Let's hear it. Not the take. I want to hear your rest. So point guard, Steph Curry. That's my pick. Point guard, Steph Curry at the 1.
Shooting guard.
The GOAT.
Jordan.
Okay, thank God. Whew.
Jordan the GOAT.
Michael Jordan. Yeah, I agreed with that one. Okay.
Small forward.
Ooh. There is kind of an obvious
There's
answer.
a lot of other interpretations.
There's
for like
kind of an
forward.
obvious answer though, and it comes down to just dominance in the paint. Maybe not. I'm thinking center. I'm thinking center. It comes down to dominance inside the 3, if that makes any sense. Inside.
Is LeBron a small forward? Or he's power forward.
LeBron is small forward. That's who I have at my 3.
Yeah.
I'd put LeBron.
Yeah, I was trying to go between him and Durant, but I'll say LeBron.
Yeah, I would put LeBron over Durant, just because Durant couldn't do anything by himself with that super team. Not a super team, but he obviously did it with Golden State. But he could not. I don't think they could do it without Curry. I don't think he could have done it without Curry. No. He needs Curry.
And then what are we? So it's
power forward.
Curry. Okay, power forward.
Power forward.
Tim
Duncan.
Center.
There you go. Thank God, dude.
Tim Duncan.
Dude,
we're not Dirk. I can't say Dirk.
Everyone's always like.
I can't say Dirk.
Yeah, everyone's always like, he didn't play He didn't play power forward. He played shooting forward a lot. It's like, I don't care. I'm moving him. If he's on my roster, I'm moving him. He's playing power forward. And then center.
You got a lot of good options at center.
There's one easily good option. What do you mean? You said there's no good options, or there's no good options?
I said there's a lot of good options.
Oh, I thought you said there's no good options. I was like, what are you saying?
I would say like Wilt Chamberlain probably.
Okay, I'm gonna say this to you, and you're gonna feel like a moron. Shaq. How do you not put Shaq? What? Come on! How do you not, dude?
Yeah, but Wilt had like the 100-point game.
Yeah, but if Shaq had
best dominant big
Shaq. Yeah. Here's the thing.
You're right.
Here's the thing.
Okay,
if you
can I say
Curry,
something?
Jordan, James, and Duncan on your team, you do not need a 100-point game.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I move Wilt to power forward and then put Shaq at center.
You want to get?
Inside
You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. Oh my god.
He was great, but dude, it's Wilt.
No way.
Dude,
You can't be.
Dude, you're
saying
talking
that.
about a freak athlete of nature, Wilt
There's
Chamberlain.
no way.
People, dude, if there were highlights of Wilt Chamberlain, people would validate this argument.
Over Tim Duncan, though? If
No,
you, wanted
okay,
to put,
maybe-
if you wanted to put Wilt over Shaq, I could take that. If you wanted to put Wilt over James, I could take that. If you wanted to put him over
Well, I
Curry,
guess it was
Jordan, or
just-
Duncan, those are like the three you cannot get rid of on this roster. And there's a lot of people that are going to be
You
mad
definitely
because I'm,
can't.
I'm allowing him to
Okay.
replace Jordan. No, we
Fine.
dead wrong.
We're not fine. We're gonna keep it at the 5. We're gonna keep it at my original 5, which is Curry, Jordan, LeBron, Duncan, Shaq.
You don't know. You don't have to put Shaq. If you want to put Wilt, that's just mine. We're having a friendly
No,
debate. I'm not arguing. You'd put
I
Shaq?
think if you mean pound for pound best big, Shaq.
Yeah, I think, and here's
Pound for pound
a hot
best
take. I need to hear that take that the take that you said would blow my mind. Was that it or?
You want to hear it?
Yeah, I do want to hear it. Dude, there's gonna be a hole in this monitor. I swear. What is it?
I believe that Steph Curry is the greatest basketball player of all time.
Thank you. Oh my
100%.
gosh,
He is
thank
the
you.
GOAT. In my opinion,
I
he's the
thought
GOAT.
you were about to say
I
something
don't-
like I think Steph Curry is I think Steph Curry is worse than Magic Jordan.
Steph Curry's the
oh
GOAT.
my gosh.
Steph Curry's the GOAT.
yeah.
There's think about it.
Yeah. No, I hear you
Think
out
about
all
it.
the way.
He is the best. We've never seen a better shooter. First of
No,
all,
we've never.
nobody makes better shot. We've also never seen somebody who can stay this good from when he entered the league.
Yeah.
I would argue he's just as good right now.
Oh, dude, especially these past few months, where especially shooting over who's the
In the Olympics,
who's the super lanky guy on the Spurs?
Wembanyama. He shot right
Wembanyama,
over
the
him.
alien. When he
What I'm
shot
saying
over
is
him.
he literally carried in the Olympics too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
They were like, give it to Steph.
He
and then
went to the sideline and told them, "Give me the ball. Let me win. Let me win us."
I know LeBron had that crazy comeback against him.
He did.
Steph
but-
rocked him in the other 2 series.
Yeah, and it's crazy
That-
because
those were-
people, dude, LeBron Glazers bring up 3-1. First of all, let me preface this by saying I'm a Warriors fan. I do not care. LeBron deserved that 3-1 ring, and I'm so happy he got a win with the Cavs. But as much as you guys bring that up, no one brings up the 2009 choke. 8 points in a playoff game, 2 points in the final quarter, game 4.
Because it doesn't help their narrative.
It doesn't. But then you bring up 3-1, and you know what they always say? They go, Steph Curry blew a 3-1 lead, and then they're like, yeah, you say that like he blew it to like.
Hey, look who he blew it to. Look who he blew
Yeah,
it
it's like,
to.
look who he blew it to. That's amazing. Kyrie. I can't remember the other name, but it's Kyrie and LeBron. Those are the only 2 names you need to know that were on that team.
Yeah, Kevin Durant has no rings if it's not for Steph Curry too.
Yeah,
Keep
that's
that in
also, yeah,
mind.
yeah, that's
He has
also
no
true.
rings if it's not for Steph
No,
Curry.
yeah.
That's what legendary players do.
so
Kobe
Kevin-
Bryant broke his hand, and he did that. That's what
Talk about
legendary
LeBron.
players
Talk
do.
about him.
LeBron, legendary,
22 points in the
3-1
fourth.
comeback,
There you go.
came back. Kevin Durant got his foot on the line, went into overtime. He didn't score, bro. He didn't
right.
put up no buckets. Stop calling that man legendary because he won with Steph Curry, the greatest shooter ever. Klay Thompson, a top 3 shooter ever. Stop calling that. Because when Westbrook went down, he got smoked out by Memphis. When they played the Spurs, he got smoked out. When they went up against Golden State, he blew a 3-1 lead. He choked. Stop doing that.
No, and I actually, you know what's a crazy hot take is that even if they don't get this team doesn't go and get Curry, or that Golden State Warriors team doesn't go and get Durant in that
They still would
offseason,
win.
I
They
still
still
think
would
they
win.
can go win one. The 2022 title is the greatest. One of the. It's
Steph
kind of
won one before Durant. No.
Yeah, he did the 2015,
Yeah.
and he
So
won one without him.
he didn't-
2022.
He didn't need.
He
won
did not
2
need him.
without him.
He didn't need him. No, he didn't.
Didn't
But
need him.
everyone's like he couldn't do anything. It's like he literally went to back and only won.
And their only argument is the Finals MVP.
Yeah.
That he
Which is
didn't play,
still
like-
dumb because he deserved the 2015. They gave it to Iguodala, which I'm fine with.
I know. Yeah,
But
I mean, Iggy was like,
But he was super good. No, Iggy deserved it. But I think Curry. I would have given it to Curry, but Iggy definitely deserved it. Or
Where
Andre,
do
not Iggy. Andre. Sorry,
yeah.
Andre. I missed
Where do
those
you
up so much.
where do you rank Kobe all time?
Okay,
That's a
so
question I have.
You want to
for
hear my hot take?
Because this is a take that I've heard things all over.
Everybody takes it wrong. I will say, and this is gonna sound kind of weird because every
I
time
think we actually have the same exact take on this.
every
with how
time I
you're
bring this
explaining
take
it.
up, they think it's disrespectful. I think he is top 10. I do not think he's top 5. I'd have to go through my list, but I wouldn't put him on this list. I can name at least 2 people I could switch out, and Kobe's not on the list. He won.
Yeah,
he won 2 rings without Shaq, and they were he barely snuck by at least one series. Like there's one series he could have lost. Like everyone is always like, oh my gosh, he's a great. No, he was like super close to not even having a ring without Shaq. On the 3 rings, the 3-peat with Shaq, he wasn't even the best player. Shaq dominated that. And I think a lot of people overrate him. This is gonna sound super disrespectful, but I feel like a lot of people overrate him just because of his late passing. Again,
Yeah, I was
a
about to say
tragedy,
that.
and it's super hard to hear about that. And I pray for him and his family. But it's just I do not think that he is. Now, granted, that man has more skill of basketball in his left pinky toe than I do in my entire body. But I do not believe that he is top 5. Top 10? Absolutely not.
Yeah,
even
he's
a doubt.
top 10. He's top 10.
One
for
of the
sure,
greatest
but-
we've ever seen play our sport. One of the most emotional basketball player. One of the greatest. Just Mamba out 60 points in his last game. 81 could have beaten the scoring record. And that's what a lot of people. That's another thing. Is that Kobe Bryant? Everyone always asks about Will's 100-point game. They try and disprove it. If you think that if Kobe Bryant, we have footage of Kobe Bryant putting up 81 against actual opponents. If Will cannot put up 100 points against mailmen and delivery drivers, how's that not possible? Like, come on.
Yeah.
And Kobe could have
mean,
beaten it. Kobe could have beaten it against real opponents.
I think that he's obviously top 10. I mean, there's not really, anybody who doesn't put him in the top 10 is just ridiculous. I mean, I would think he's like 7 or 8 for me.
I actually, you know what's funny? I think the other way around. If you don't put him in top 15, you're ridiculous. If you don't put him in top 10, I can understand it, but I wouldn't agree with it. But I know there's a bunch of people like the thing about the NBA is it's so hard to debate because back then you played people who like this is a side job for them. With the NFL, it's different because those people actually played football full time. And excuse me, hockey's a little bit different because obviously Stanley Cup's been around forever. And baseball is obviously a little bit different because pitchers only pitch at 60 miles per hour. But basketball is a big one where like Wilt Chamberlain played against guys like you and me. We don't have you're probably way better than I didn't play basketball high school at all. I never played basketball.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like Will played against a lot of bad competition.
a lot of people that not even bad competition, just people that didn't even play.
It's like a college intramural team. Wilt could obviously drop 100 on them. So could
easily.
LeBron.
Oh yeah, easily.
LeBron could beat a college intramural team 1-on-5.
Oh, 100%.
No problem.
Yeah,
you know,
1-on-5. Let's be honest, 1-on-5.
He could.
You think so?
Curry
to be
could,
fair,
because he would just shoot. Curry could because he could just shoot.
To be fair, I don't know what college intramural like. I'm not like studying on them.
Guys like you and me.
Oh really? Oh then yeah, probably.
Scrubs. Just like regular guys.
Yeah. Okay, so
like,
here's my other basketball question. And this is the one that you asked me about because I had to give Roger. Your all-time starting 1. So it's like the starting 5, but it's one dude playing every position. There's 5 of them. So if you pick LeBron James, you have 5 LeBron James. One's playing each position. I have my answer, and I don't really know how to defend it, but I think it speaks for itself. But I want to hear your answer for this first. And I messaged you this one first in case you need to think about it some more. But that's just my thought process.
LeBron.
You do LeBron?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah. You know who I would put for mine? You might. I don't know if you'll agree with this, but I think it's better than LeBron. Nikola Jokic. I would put Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, that's a good one.
So many assists.
That's a good one.
You need to pick a guy. You need to pick a guy who has got like a decent amount of every stat, but has a lot of them.
You're right.
And it's like
I was just thinking because LeBron can kind of shoot, but he's also big.
Yeah,
but like
that's
Jokic
the thing is that
can as well.
Nikola Jokic is like a huge in assists. He's been robbed of 2 MVPs because of voter fatigue. He cries over horse races, but he wins the NBA Finals, and he doesn't even shed a tear. He's like ready to go home. And he doesn't care about the parade until he's drunk at the parade. And he's like, all right, I love this now. We're fine. No, Nikola Jokic is amazing. Nikola Jokic is the most... When you say MVP, the Thunder are still the Thunder without SGA. The Thunder can still be a good team. The Nuggets, without Nikola Jokic, are terrible. Yeah, no. They have a negative point differential.
They're ringless.
They are ringless. Yeah, it's just insane. In the last 5 years, it's MVP, 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 Finals MVP. No, it's two. It's 2. MVP, MVP, Finals MVP, MVP. It's insane to think about.
Yeah, he's so good.
Yeah, no, he's incredible. He should have got it last year, but that's who I'd put it by 5. Do you think that you'd sub LeBron for Jokic?
I'd probably stick with LeBron.
Would you? Okay.
No, I think that it's LeBron. I just think he plays all sides of the ball the best.
Do you think
out of anybody we've
really? Yeah. Okay, a question. I don't know if it's 2012 or 2013. Do you think he got robbed of that defensive player of the year?
Who, LeBron?
Yeah. I don't know what year it was. I think he did, 100%. There's no way. Dude, the guy who won it was second team. I don't even know his name. The guy who won it was second team defensive.
It almost felt like that was like one of those Jordan narrative things.
Yeah, where they're like, he can't. Even if he has that on his resume, he's like not even close. Jordan got 1. Now LeBron has 1. It's like, okay, cool. They have the same awards defensively. Oh, no, they don't because they're 2 rings short. It's like, dude, come on. It's like
it doesn't. No, yeah, LeBron really can't catch up to Jordan. It's just not possible.
I don't.
It's like Mahomes will never
I think
catch Brady.
it's still possible just because how long he's playing. Longevity is a huge thing when it comes to athletes. But that brings up the question: is like if you were a sports owner, would you sign LeBron's career or Jordan's career? Because I'd rather have the 6 rings and then be out of the league in 10 years, or
Me too.
or be relevant for like 20 but only get 4 and lose a bunch.
Well, you'd make more money if you were relevant for 20 and only.
You know what
get
else
4,
interesting though? I think LeBron would not be. I think LeBron would be seen as the GOAT more often if he didn't lose as much.
He loses a lot.
He loses. He's made it to 10 finals, but he's lost 6 of them. That's just an insane thing to think about. People bring up was it Bill Russell's 8 rings and he went to 10 in a row. People forget that LeBron went to 9 in a row. That's a lot of things that people forget about, and it's just kind of crazy to think that. And there's only 1 year. The 1 year that he missed, it was a blip in between when he first got on the Lakers and he was hurt. That's just insane to think about that he went to 10. Yeah. He could have gone to 11 in a row if he didn't get hurt. Probably not though. I don't know. That 2019. Who won it in 2019? I can't remember off the top of my head. The Raptors. That Raptors.
The Raptors
but
with Kawhi with
healthy
that
Golden
shot.
State steamrolls them, and if LeBron and the Lakers meet up with Golden State in the playoffs, they steamroll them, and they have to go play the Raptors. The same thing happens.
Yeah.
A healthy Golden State steamrolls them. It's insane. But yeah. So I just got a few more questions. We'll go back to quarterbacks, and then we'll get into some more general sports stuff. I think we'll call it. But your Mount Rushmore quarterbacks. This is your 4 guys. This is my conversation I ask when I'm sitting in a bar and the other guy is clearly not plastered, and I'm like, hey, you're the only other guy in this bar not drunk. Let's go. Select sports. Your Mount Rushmore of quarterbacks. I want to hear your 4, and I'll give you my 4. And obviously, in my opinion, there's 2 of them that have to be up there for every list. If you don't have them up there, you're rage baiting. There's 2. Yeah. And one of them, you already know who I'm talking about. The other one is interchangeable, I think. But there's definitely 2 that just cannot be replaced. Let's hear what you guys say.
I mean, obviously, Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
I mean, that's like, that goes without being said.
The one.
He's the one.
7
the
rings,
GOAT,
10 bowls.
7 rings.
Not
4 MVPs.
Yeah. We don't even need to dwell on it.
We all know.
Who is your 2? My 2 is it's just I don't think he can be off the list. I think he's on the list, but he could be at your 2, 3, or 4, but he's on your list no matter what. He's
not my number 2 quarterback of all time.
Okay.
But he's number 2 on the Mount Rushmore because of his legacy.
Who are we thinking
Joe
of?
Montana.
Oh, really? I was thinking of someone else. So I have Joe Montana at my 3.
Okay.
But you'll hear my 2 and you'll understand why. But
okay. And
I
then
have Joe
after
Montana at my 3.
And then after Joe Montana, I got to go Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning's at my 2. I got Peyton Manning at my 2.
He's my 3. Yeah. Just because of the rings. Only 2.
Yeah, just because,
Narrative to 4 and 7.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if you're going to like this.
You can name really anybody. You could even say Mahomes. I don't like Mahomes, but if you said Mahomes, I wouldn't debate.
Mahomes.
You're going to say Mahomes. Okay. So, you know who I have up here?
I don't love the guy, but man, he wins.
Can he play?
And you got to give it to him.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him.
I have someone who's kind of the opposite. I have someone who doesn't win, but man, can he play the game of football?
I know who it is. I know who it is.
Take a guess.
Dan Marino.
I got Dan Marino at my 4. Listen.
That's valid. That's valid.
That's like if you took and listen, he was throwing up all those stats back when the game wasn't elevated to be a quarterback's game.
I know. He was like the modern quarterback. Had he played today? Very different scenario.
And here's another thing. Even if you take Patrick Mahomes and put him back in Tom Brady, like obviously they played at the same time, but you put Patrick Mahomes in Tom Brady's era, he's not doing it as well as Tom Brady. Because who's the greatest linebacker that he's had to face? Can I even name it? I don't even think I could off the top of my head. Tom Brady had to play guys like Ed Reed and
Are you saying who's the greatest linebacker that Dan Marino had to play?
I'm comparing the stats of like GOAT status between Mahomes, because obviously those are the 2 that you debate, is Mahomes and Brady.
Yeah.
Mahomes is only debated
There is no debate in my opinion.
No, there isn't. But the debate only exists because Mahomes is at the beginning of his career, and if he has the longevity of Brady, he's easily the GOAT. If he does the same thing that Brady does from here on out, he's the GOAT. It's not even close.
I mean, technically.
But as of right now, if he retired right now, he wouldn't. I don't think he wouldn't make my Hall of Fame. I don't think he would, or not my Hall of Fame. He wouldn't make my Mount Rushmore. He'd be first ballot, but I still think 2 of his rings are Mickey Mouse. Mahomes. I think 2 of his rings are Mickey Mouse.
I mean, he would obviously be a first ballot Hall of Famer, but
easily
he needs to do a lot more in order to like bridge the gap between 1 and 2.
Easily. But one thing that I will bring up is just Dan Marino's his efficiency to get the ball down the field was just incredible. And his prominence to defend, I don't know if you know about this, but his prominence to defend the 1972 Dolphins. Every single undefeated team, this stat might be incorrect, but other than week 1, like past week 5, every undefeated team he ever played, he beat, which is crazy. Especially the 1985 Bears. That was his hardest challenge he ever faced. That
Right.
Bears team wanted to go undefeated, and with the 1972 team on the line, they went to Chicago and they played ball and they beat him.
Yeah,
Insane.
It sucks that he never got a ring. He got close.
It sucks, yeah.
The Commanders the Redskins shut him down in one of them.
Was he in that game? Was he in that game? I think it was before he got drafted. That was a year before he got drafted, I thought, or 2 years before.
Was he not? Was he?
I don't think he was.
He
No,
wasn't in the 80, you're right.
He only made it to the one against Fournette. Bless you.
You're right. Thank you.
Bless you,
You're
Chad
right,
Thadley, the GOAT.
You're right. Yeah, I was tripping. It was that other guy, Earl Morrall or whatever.
Yeah, or maybe it was Earl Morrall.
Brian Greasy, Bob Greasy, one of those
Bob
two.
Greasy. Yeah, but
One of those two
Bob
guys.
Greasy was the undefeated quarterback. I'm pretty sure. Maybe it might have been the running back. I don't know. I'm not.
You're right.
I'm pretty sure
Well,
Bob
one of
Greasy-
them. One of them was in that.
One
Super
of them. Yeah,
Bowl.
it's just insane. So that's who I'd put. So you'd put Mahomes. So I gotta get into this real quick. So what's your verse of putting? Is it just rings for putting Montana over Brady? Or no, I'm sorry, Montana. No, sorry, Montana over Manning. Sorry.
Yes. It's
That's
basically
all
just
fine.
rings, and it's basically just rings.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I get that.
Manning's the best pure passer.
Oh, easily. Manning's the best pure passer.
Yeah,
I don't even think
but
Brady's the best pure passer. Manning is just easily
Where do you have Aaron Rodgers?
at best pure passer.
No, overall.
Oh, overall, top. I'd have him top 10. Here's one thing that
Yeah, he's top 10.
every top 10 list I starts with John Elway. Nope, John Elway couldn't win jack until he had a Hall of Fame. He had like Hall of Fame everywhere around him. Hall of Fame tight end, Hall of Fame.
Terrell
running back,
Davis,
Hall of Fame,
Shannon
and then
Sharp,
his line. No one talks about that line. No one talks about that O-line. That was insane protecting him. A game, take it from me, I built like a gumdrop, man. Take it from me. A game of football is won in the trenches, and no one talks about the fact that he stacked up that line and then he went and won it all. It's insane. Is Elway one of the best to ever play it? Yes. Is he top 10?
Yeah.
I do not think so. He's top 15.
Well,
It's like the Kobe
John
debate.
Elway is closer to what's his name?
Brady?
I'm like Troy Aikman, and he is to like Brady.
Really? Okay.
You know what I mean?
So in the debate of
what's
me,
different between Troy Aikman and John Elway?
Troy Aikman and rings.
Right,
I
but
think
I mean, like, a lot of people put Elway above Troy Aikman.
I'd put Aikman above. If we're talking skill wise, I think Elway is better than Aikman. But if we're talking
Right, but that's what I'm.
if we're talking on paper, I think Aikman is better purely because rings. How many rings does Aikman have?
4
4? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
or 3.
No, I think
3.
he's got 4. Is it 3? The
I think it
Cowboys
might be
have
3.
5. Staubach has 1. Staubach's only got 1, so Aikman's got to have 4. I could be wrong. It's either 3-2 or 4-1. Either way.
I believe he has.
He got
I believe he.
Either
has
way,
3,
it's
yeah.
more than either way. It's more than
Elway.
so
Elway
yeah,
only has
doesn't matter.
2.
Yeah.
Way late in his career too.
Yeah, it's just insane. And he retired. It was his last 2 seasons he won. He got his rings. His last game was a ring. So it's just insane. But same way Manning. So yeah. One more question, just because we're kind of on the topic. Let's see that. Peyton Manning, is he a Colt or is he a Bronco? That's a tough one. That's a really tough question. So I had.
He's a Colt, in my opinion.
You think he's a Colt? I think he's a Bronco.
Yeah.
Just because
Really?
of what they did, where they pretty much threw him away, it was super disrespectful to do that. I understand the fact that you don't want to take the risk of having him, but I would totally keep him on that roster to mentor Andrew Luck. But they traded him.
Yeah, but he doesn't get that second ring if he doesn't leave.
Yeah, that's also true.
No
What's
way the
funny is
Colts
that
ever would've won.
I think he comes back, and it's like a Aaron Rodgers Favre situation where Peyton Manning does go out and win this other ring with the Colts, retires, and then Luck takes the reins. And by the time that Luck takes the reins, they've already drafted a new O-line, and Luck is in the league right now competing for his 3rd ring.
He should be in the league
should
right
be
now.
in
It
the
sucks
league,
that he retired so early.
Dude, Derrick Rose and oh my gosh, it'd be Derrick Rose. I already put Gabriel Landeskog in that conversation because he never makes it back, dude. I mean, obviously he's back now, but it'd be Landeskog, Rose. Who were we just talking about? I can't even remember his name already. Sorry, my
Man, Luck.
Luck, and I can't think of one for.
You got to put RG3 in there. Honestly, I always put RG3 in there.
Who do you think had a sadder like end to their career, or who do you think had an early like a short career that got ended early, but could have done more? RG3 or
RG3? He only got
Really?
like 2 good years, and then he had to basically quit because of injuries.
Did he really?
He had some backup stints, but
yeah,
he never really like.
And then another thing, just before we get to
The Luck is obviously the more like,
yeah.
you know.
What do you? I guess there's not really much to ask now that I think about it. I just came up with this question on the spot. Dwayne Haskins. What do you think about that? Obviously, super sad. Unfortunately, he passed away, but he wasn't the guy. With the signing of Kenny, he died.
Generational bust.
He was on the Steelers, and he was decent. It would have been nice to see him in the UFL, but with the signing of with the drafting Kenny Pickett, I think they would have cut him in training camp.
Not a pro-ready quarterback.
Yeah, no, just not.
I'm rest in peace, but not a pro-ready quarterback.
Yeah. So let's jump into the final 3 questions, and we're ready to go. Sounds good? You ready for that?
Yeah.
All right. What is your favorite? So obviously FedEx Field. You go there. Obviously, that's a pretty rundown stadium. What? I guess this isn't on my list, but what stadiums have you been to off the top of your head? Do you know? For all major 4, all big 4.
Okay, been to Follow to Go football first. I've been to FedEx. I've been to Gillette.
Okay.
Patriot Stadium. I've been to the Raven Stadium.
M&T Bank.
M&T Bank, and then I've been to the old MetLife, the Meadowlands.
Oh, I guess M&T Bank is like right next to you. I forget how close.
Yeah, it's not that far. It's like 50 minutes.
What's your thought process on them making a new stadium that's completely funded? Or not funded, but
I'm okay with it.
I'm really excited. What do you think about?
I'm excited.
What do you think? Political time. What do you think about it being named Trump Stadium that they're talking about?
I hope not. I hope not. Or that would just give us a clown. Like,
you know what they should do? It's RFK Stadium. Name it JFK Stadium. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Cool. That'd be awesome. Okay, but let's get back. So, I've
been to those 4 football.
Oh yeah, sorry.
I don't think I've been to any other football stadiums besides those 4.
Gotcha. Okay, what about NBA and hockey and baseball? So obviously your 4 teams. There's no way you haven't been to those.
NBA, I've obviously been to the Wizards.
Yep.
Hockey, I've obviously been to the Capitals.
Yep.
Baseball, I've been to Camden Yards.
Okay.
And I've been to the National Stadium. That's it.
Oh, okay. Not too much. So what?
Yeah, not a huge resume.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's not that bad. So but for me, I've never been to Chase Center. I have never seen the Warriors play a game in California because I've been to.
Really?
Was it Oracle? Is that where they won it? I can't remember. What
yeah.
I've been to Oracle, but they weren't playing at the time. But I'd been to Oracle, but I've seen Chase Center, but it wasn't open when I went. Because I've visited San Francisco. My grandpa used to live there. But I haven't been there in a while. But I've seen Chase Center. I've been to a Browns game in Cleveland once. I've obviously season tickets for the Avs, so I've been there a ton. And then I've been to a Braves game in Atlanta twice. And that was right before they won the World Series. That was again that was their play or their division, excuse me. That was the game where they clinched the playoffs, even though they clinched the playoffs, but they pretty much had to lose out, and every bunch of people had to win for them to make it out of the playoffs. So it was like they already got locked up, but it was a big celebration. It was awesome. But yeah, I just haven't been everywhere. But it's like because I grew up in Denver, so obviously I've been to Denver more often than I've been to Cleveland.
Right. Yeah. So have you been to a Broncos game?
Oh, easily, all the time.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool.
I think I've seen Manziel play there. I went when DTR played when a few years ago right after Thanksgiving, I think it would have been. 2023. I went to that game. Yeah, that was a good game. Russ was on that Broncos team. That was really interesting to see. And we lost too. We lost to that. That was that number 1 Browns defense. We lost to that, or they lost, or they beat that.
Oh, Russ was on that team.
Yeah, they dropped 29
points on us.
That was
that year.
DTR had to start.
Yeah. Right now I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's jump into this question. So, what's your favorite moment that you've ever seen in person? Favorite sports moment you've ever seen in person?
In person.
It doesn't have to be at the stadiums that you mentioned. It could be like a high school game. It could be a Chad Thadley, 4-time state winning quarterback.
So this is something that I've seen 100% in person, not on the TV.
No, not on TV. You have to be in the physically in the stadium. My next question, we'll move up. But next.
Okay, so in person at the stadium. So I was at the 2007 Redskins game where it was a win and get in. You have to beat the Cowboys to get into the playoffs.
Where they? Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, yeah, sorry, I was thinking of something else. No.
And then I was at the 2012 RG3 rookie season where it was win the division and get the 4 seed. But I would say the one against the Cowboys was cooler because we had our backup quarterback in.
Yeah.
And nobody thought we were going to win, and we beat them 33-6.
That's insane. Yeah, I actually do
Yeah.
remember something like that off the top of my head. No, that's such your favorite. Do you have a favorite moment from that game? Not just like a game that you've been to, obviously. Was there a
Probably
favorite
when Clinton Portis scored the touchdown to
Oh,
basically ice the game. He pulls up his shirt and it's a picture of Sean Taylor.
Yeah, I remember that. That I wasn't
Yeah.
there, but that you were at that
was
game.
after-
Wow.
Yeah. That was
What's
that.
your? And
So-
I don't even know why I blanked on this. What's your opinion of Sean Taylor? You think he would have been a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. He was special. He was special.
He was him.
Yeah, he was so good. I've had his jersey growing up, man. I still have all of his.
Yeah.
I
So
still have my
that's one of my
children's
later
jersey.
questions. I'll ask you about all the jerseys you got hanging out. But
Yeah,
next
yeah.
question. So we're keeping on favorite moments. What's your favorite moment that you've watched? Doesn't have to be live, or it has to be live, but you don't have to be, in person. There's a favorite moment that you've seen. You vividly remember, like it's live. You can't fast forward. You can't rewind. Nothing. You're just the moment's playing out, and you're there to watch.
There's two.
Okay.
The one being the Hail Mary against the Bears.
Oh,
Jaden Daniels.
yeah, that's insane.
I mean, come on.
I did
That
not
was
catch
insane.
that live, but I tuned in right after it happened because I was having trouble with ESPN.
I was going crazy.
Oh my gosh.
on that. I was like, what just happened?
no, that's
Bears
insane.
fans were so salty on Twitter. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Jaden beats Caleb, 2 beats 1. It was great.
Yeah. No, that's insane.
And then second one, Zane Gonzalez doinking the kick in to send us to the divisional round.
Yeah, really? Those
With
are
that-
two really recent ones. Those were just
Yeah,
last year.
I mean, what else have I had? Honestly, what
well,
other
they don't
football have I?
they don't have to be your team, to be fair.
Oh,
Yeah, they don't have to be your
Oh.
team. Yeah. So like I forgot to get so my favorite play I've ever seen happen live. This was actually against the Browns. I was in Cleveland. It was that one-handed George Pickens catch where he like dove back and caught one.
oh, you're talking about like.
I was.
I thought you were talking about my team.
No, it could be any moment you've seen live. Like, so I've seen, that was my favorite in-person moment I think I've ever seen. But I think another one of my favorite moments, I forgot, I've been to Kansas City. I watched Johnny Manziel's last start when he ran and couldn't get out of bounds and he went up to go spike the ball and the center snapped him the ball, but he had already stood up because he knew the clock ran out and took his helmet, slammed it on the ground. That was awesome. I love that moment. I love Johnny Football. I'm an A&M guy. Love Johnny Football. Never made it in the NFL. He should have. He should have been that guy. But man, was that a fun game to watch because it was actually so close against Alex Smith. But he spiked the helmet, and I was like, yeah, you kind of deserve that, man. You got to get out of bounds. That was one of my favorite. But I think the George Pickens catch is even. I think George Pickens catch because it's like anytime I see that, I'm like, I was there. It was
That's
so cool.
sick.
I was there with my Steelers buddy who had never flown before in a Steelers jersey. We went to the Hall of Fame and he bought a towel, the terrible towel. They stamp that. They give you the Hall of Fame patch on it, so you can only get them there.
Dope.
And he's like, I'm going to swing us around the whole game. And like 2 minutes in, he's covered in his coat and he's like, I can't let it. We're in the dog pound. We're 2 rows up from the end zone.
Oh,
Yeah, he's like sitting there hiding. And at one point, this guy turns around, taps me on the shoulder. Or excuse me, I turn around, he taps me on the shoulder and he goes, hey, are you, what's the scene from Inglourious Bastards where he's like, are you hiding an enemy of the state? And I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
And so he points at my buddy's name is Abram. He points at Abram and he's like, I know your buddy's wearing a Steelers jersey. He goes, man, I'm like, please, man. He's never even been on a plane before. He just got here, like, please. And then he puts his hand around this girl next to him and she's like kind of bundled up and it was pretty cold. And he unzips her jacket and she's wearing a Roethlisberger. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's hilarious.
So I'm like, Abram, dude. And he turns around. And he goes, no. What are you doing here? And she goes, what are you doing here, man? He goes, I gotta stay with him. And she's like, I gotta stay with him. So, but we're talking for like 5 minutes. Like, dude, how is she alive? He's like, how is he alive? And it's like, funny thing.
That's funny.
But he remembers because he when he was on the plane, I could hear he was like blasting rock music because he was so scared to fly. And he's not he's not a cowardly dude, but he like planes when you get on for the first time. It's rural Montana.
Yeah.
He had never been on a plane. But I remember we were walking out and some dude's walking around. Yeah, Cleveland. And his name's Abram. He's he's about 8'2", bigger dude. I'm 5'9". He's Abram's big dude. He was our starting tight end. This dude had to have been 6 foot, maybe 10. Leans drunk. And my goal, we were walking across the bridge and I was keeping him against the railing so that if anyone walked up, I'd be in between. Guy shoves me back and puts his arm around Abram and he's leaning down and putting his full weight on Abram. And he just goes, the Steelers, man. Yeah, the Steelers, we win. And then I'm like, and I look back at my dad because he was with us. And my dad goes to like, because we're walking, everyone's walking. So we kind of pick up pace.
Yeah.
Go to back him up. And then the guy takes his arm off. He goes and slaps him on the back kind of hard. And I'm like, oh, going down. And he goes, nah, man, I'm just with you, man. I love the
good.
Steelers, love the rivalry. And then he goes, where you from, man? And Abram, you could tell he's scared. He goes, I'm from Montana. And the dude looks up, he looks back at the stadium and goes, shit, man, you're lost. Montana's like over there. And he points towards Buffalo. He's like, Montana's over there, man. How'd you end up here? He
He's
goes,
probably hammered.
he's like, I flew here. And he's like, you lost his shit. And then he just walks up, goes, fuck the Steelers. He just goes to pick on another dude. I thought it was so funny. But we get back and he's like FaceTiming one of our other classmates. And he's like, oh yeah, I saw you on TV. He's like, how? He's like, you're the only person wearing yellow. Like a sea of like brown. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. No, it's funny.
Exactly.
That was my favorite, I think, live moment. Cause like I was only 13 when that Chiefs game happened. So no one was like there to make fun of you when you're a kid for the other team. No one's gonna do that. No. But so back to favorite moment. So if you would, we'll go back. Favorite moment that you ever saw in person. What do you think that was? It can be anybody, any team, doesn't have to be your team.
Like that I ever saw on TV.
You know, you had to be there in person. So you had to be in the stadium.
It would be the ones that I just mentioned.
Oh, okay,
with the
gotcha.
Cowboys.
So what's your favorite in person? So I'll let you go first and I'll give mine. But favorite you've watched on TV, you had to see it live.
Hail Mary, still.
Really? Still that one? Okay.
Yeah.
I think mine, so Minneapolis Miracle's up there. Obviously, I probably haven't watched as much sports as you have, but Minneapolis Miracle's up there just because I was just eating dinner at the counter and I randomly looked up. I was rooting for the Saints just because I liked the Saints. I didn't know how much.
Yeah.
Looking back, I'd probably root for the Saints as well, but I like the Vikings more just because Drew Brees. I would have been rooting for the Saints, but looking back, I literally looked up and I watched it and I was like, that's cool. And then I went back to eating dinner and I turned the TV off. No one else was there to see it in my house. Everyone was upstairs. I got very lucky that I got to see it. I'm very proud. I didn't even know what it meant. It's such an insane thing that I like vividly remember watching that happen live.
The only other one that I could say, I did see that too, but I could also say the Odell catch.
Oh, you watched that live?
I saw that live.
Yeah,
I was watching Sunday Night Football with my dad in the living room.
He jumped up a rookie and came down a superstar. It's the most insane.
What the heck just happened? It was insane.
He caught that, and everyone's like, "Oh, it bounced off the ground." Nope, that was insane. And he's getting tugged. That's the same. And then
glued to his hands.
Yeah. So here's the big one, and I'll give this a mention. Favorite moment that I watched, and I watched this over and over again. And if you don't, I don't know if you watched it or not, but if you watched this and didn't bring it up, I'm ashamed. Alex Ovechkin lifting the cup. No one has shown as much emotion lifting that cup as Alex Ovechkin. He's crying, dude. That's the moment, man. That's the cup lift that everyone wants to see. Like, I watched the 2022 Avs, and they lift it up, and they're like, yeah! It's like, where's the... Yeah, like, I understand this is a big moment, and you're not at your home. You're not at home. But, like, still, man, I'm not seeing enough tears out of you. Alex Ovechkin's walking around crying. He could fill the top of that cup with tears. Oh, my gosh, I felt
he worked his whole life for that.
Yeah, I did not watch that. I did not watch that live, but I watched it the next morning, and since then, it's always been in the back of my head. That's such a great moment for him, man. Do you have another one is there anything, or no, we already did that. Favorite moment, favorite sports moment all time. You did not have to watch it live. You just have to know about it. You don't even have to have seen it. Easily for me, obviously, is Alex Ovechkin lifting the cup, but that's just an honorable mention. I'll let you give yours first, and then I'll give mine.
I would say Malcolm Butler intercepting Russell Wilson at like the 2-yard line.
That was one of my honorable mentions.
Was sick. I watched that live. That was sick. That's probably my most memorable sports moment ever.
Really?
Either that or 28-3.
Oh,
Both of those two were like my most memorable sports moments ever, because I'm a huge Tom Brady fan.
Oh, really?
Like, my favorite football player ever, my second favorite athlete of all time.
Who's your favorite athlete of all time?
Rafael Nadal, tennis player.
Oh.
Tennis player?
Oh.
I played college tennis.
Didn't he just get that, Didn't he get... No, that's Federer. Never mind. Someone just got
Federer
like an
just got into the Hall of Fame.
No, didn't someone get like an Amazon series about them like a year ago or something?
Federer, yeah. Nadal retired last year. Okay, he's my favorite athlete of all time, but Brady is like my guy. Like,
I think my favorite athlete is Martin Truex Jr., but that's NASCAR. A lot of people don't think that's a sport. But hey, if you had to sit in a 160-degree car for 20 hours making millimeter adjustment, no, I can't do it. NASCAR, dude. You ask any F1 driver, they're like, "Oh, NASCAR's way harder than what we do."
Yeah, it is.
No, I think NASCAR. I think motorsports is a sport, especially because if you think bike racing is a sport, which a lot of people do, and think NASCAR isn't, that's I'm maybe not NASCAR, but. I think motocross is very hard, but NASCAR is very, very difficult. It's one of the most difficult places to get.
Yeah.
Especially. Once you have it in, though, you can get wherever you want to go. So it's kind of insane. But if Danica Patrick can make it, I can too. No, I'm kidding. Obviously, she's skilled, but like, come on, she can't see over the dash.
I know.
So your favorite moment would have to be Seahawks. Do you want? I want you to try and take a wild guess. I'll give you a hint. Mine is also involving a Tom Brady Super Bowl, but I want you to try and guess what it is.
Is it the catch?
Which catch? I think you're already doing the motion. It's the helmet catch.
Tyree.
Yep.
On his helmet. Yeah.
Right here. Yeah. That's my favorite sports moment.
I watched that live too when I was like 7 years old or 6 years old.
Another honorable mention. Another Tom Brady Super Bowl. Philly special. That might not be on your list because, dude.
Hell no.
That was my coach, my high school coach. His rule is every senior gets a touchdown. Obviously, I never got mine, but our last game. We were planning. I still didn't have a touchdown. We were going like 4 hours on the road, and he's like, we need to play. I was like, Philly special. He's like, draw it up, and we practiced it that whole week to run it in the game for my touchdown if we had gotten a chance in the red zone. And he ended up getting kicked out of the game about halfway through the first quarter, because the refs were kicking. No, the refs sucked. They were kicking our guys out for hitting after the play when we had guys getting pancaked after they blew the whistle. It was like, dude, do something. Our coach did it twice, got a warning, and then he walked out on the field. He was like, "You guys need to protect my players," and blew whistle and kicked him out.
Done.
And then they didn't re-sign him. The high school didn't re-sign him.
Wow.
Yeah, no, respect to Bo, but like, I would have walked out too. I would have got kicked out of that game too. I honestly, but after that we got in the red. We never got in the red zone. But we did. We scored. I think we scored a touchdown, and then we went for 2. And then they were like, listen, we're probably not getting in the red zone again. Go run that play for 2. And for some reason, they were like, oh, this is a penalty. So it got called back. So now we had to go for 2 from the 5. I'm still lined up at quarterback, and I don't know the play call because we can't run that play. He goes, just call something. And so apparently one of them was like, just have everyone run slants and take off. And what he meant by take off was sling the ball because it's a 5-yard pass. We know you can do it. I thought he meant take off and scramble. I'm like, that's a dumb play.
Right.
I got about 2 yards and I got lit up by like 5 people. And it's the funniest thing. I don't know why that never made it on the Charlie Recruit thing, but I thought it was pretty funny. I'll find that play. Well, it was actually kind of, I was thinking on my feet because I totally was like, I turned back. I'm like, if I call the same play, we're going to get flagged again. So what do we do? And we don't have enough time. Like, we could take a delay, but then we're kicking.
Yeah.
So it's like,
right.
Whatever. Yeah. So I think that's all I got. If you got any questions for me or you got any questions for next time or you got any sports statements you want to make, I think that's what we're going to have to settle on right here, but I think that's it. Oh, jerseys. I got to ask you about your jerseys.
I was about to say, unless you want to know about the full jersey collection.
I got to know about the full jersey collection. How many do you have, and how often is it that you buy a jersey and then the guy gets traded? Because I was about to buy a Sauce Gardner jersey about a month ago, and I was like, whoa, holy shit.
Yeah.
Holy, that was close.
So here's my line. I won't buy any current player's jersey that's not on the Commanders. It's a line I draw.
Really?
I can't. I only have Commanders current player jerseys. Mm-hmm. I will buy from any team except the Eagles, Cowboys, or Giants of past players.
Really?
With the exception, the only non-current player I would buy from the Eagles is Michael Vick. But
do you have any current? So you don't have a single Cowboys, Eagles, or Giants jersey in your room at all?
In my collection, absolutely not.
Wow, that's interesting. Rivalries run deep with a lot of people. Rivalries don't run as deep with me, which is weird because I'm a Browns fan, and the Steelers rivalry is the deepest in the AFC. And everyone's always like, no, it's Ravens Steelers. It's like, okay, hey, don't you have a nursing home to be in? It's like, come on, dude. I'm serious. Right. Everyone's like, it's gonna be a bloodbath. It's like, no, dude. The game's gonna end like 12-14 in favor, in favor of the Ravens. It's like, no, you can pick what team, and it'll probably be right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very like, so I'll list the jerseys I have.
Yeah, no, give them off if you don't.
Players. No. Current, I have Jaden Daniels college jersey, LSU.
Oh, clean.
I have the Jaden Daniels Super Bowl era jersey that I just bought at the mall on Monday. I have the Jaden Daniels away jersey. Mm-hmm. I have the Jaden Daniels alternate black jersey home.
Oh, those are peak.
And I have the Terry away, the Terry home, the Terry alternate black jersey, and then the Terry college, OSU, Ohio State. Mm-hmm. And then I have the Debo Super Bowl era jersey. I have a Frankie Louvu jersey. I have a Bobby.
Yeah,
I have a Bobby Wagner.
That was another one. What do you think about Frankie Louvu jumping off sides every single time?
Dude, that was hilarious, dude. Hilarious.
Dude, as soon as I was watching with a friend who's a Chiefs fan, And as soon as they go, the refs can announce a score, I looked at him and he goes, "Oh, dope! That's how we're winning the Super Bowl this year, I guess." And I was like, "Oh my
Right.
gosh!" I was gonna make the same joke, and he didn't even look at me. He just like, "Oh, I guess
Yeah.
we're winning the Super Bowl this year."
Frankie Louvu did not care. He was just.
He didn't
See, I
really
have-
wanted to stop it.
He's a
best part
legend.
is,
I have his jersey. Good
If
player.
anyone out there doesn't know what we're talking about, in the NFC Championship game, the Eagles were running the tush belt like the 1 yard line, and Frankie Louvu kept jumping off sides trying to beat the cadence. The problem is that every time you jump off sides, if you don't have enough yardage, it's half the distance. But there's a certain point where you can't keep moving the ball forward. So the ref got up and said, "Hey, if you keep doing this, we're just going to give the Eagles the touchdown that they're about to score." So
which has never happened before.
which has never happened before. But so they but obviously it makes sense. I'm not against that. But
Yeah, no.
he kept jumping it. But if you go back and watch that clip, I was trying to cadence myself, and I jumped it damn near every single time. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to read.
It is hard to read. It is a very hard play to read. It's like,
Yeah.
how do you know? And there's so many penalties that get committed within it. So I have his, Bobby Wagner Ertz, I said. I'm blanking. Okay, so then I have Sean Taylor. I have the white one.
Legend, yeah.
I have the Daryl Green red one. Doug Williams red.
Mhm.
John Riggins white. Then I have, I think I'm forgetting one current. Oh, and then I have obviously Johnny Manziel A&M.
Johnny Football, the GOAT.
Johnny Football, probably my second favorite football player of all time behind Tom Brady.
Really?
Yeah, I love Johnny Manziel.
Oh.
Big inspiration for Chad too.
Yeah, that is.
Huge inspiration.
I don't know why I didn't ask. That's actually a good question.
Huge inspiration for Chad. Yeah, so I have his, and then I have a Randy Moss throwback, one of those nice Mitchell and Ness ones.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then I have a Deion Sanders Redskins jersey.
Oh my gosh.
I have a Bruce Smith Redskins jersey. Like
Oh.
all pro, but played for us for 1 year.
Yeah.
I
No,
have
Bruce Smith's the reason that, well, not really the reason, because Martin Truex is, but Bruce Smith's one of the reasons I wear 78. Goated number. And he's the only one.
Great number, great player.
He's the only one that can, he's
let
the
me
only one that
think.
can rock the number.
I know, he's a legend, bro.
He is a legend.
Then I have a Redskins like Pat Fisher. I don't know if you heard of him, like
I
quarterback
recognize,
from the 60s.
I recognize the name, but I don't.
Hall of Fame quarterback, whatever. Then I have LaRon Landry, who I like because he got kicked out of the NFL for steroid usage. LaRon Landry Commanders jersey.
That's interesting. Okay.
Or whatever, Redskins jersey. Then I have like four. Okay, I'll say Clinton Portis is my second favorite player of all time. I have like four Clinton Portis jerseys.
Oh wow. Okay.
I have
Four.
the Broncos one right here. I have a red one up there. I have a white one in my room. I have a signed one in a frame.
Oh, that's dope.
I have Joe Theismann on the wall. I have Santana Moss, Chris Cooley, all those legends you can name. I have on the wall. I have like another Sean Taylor on the wall. What else do I have? I have Aaron Rodgers Pro Bowl, Adrian Peterson Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Insane.
Jerseys.
Yeah, how
Vince
many
Young.
of them are framed? Because obviously, because I see it in your videos all the time. You got them like hung up on clothing hangers.
Only
everywhere.
one is framed. Only one
The
is framed.
signed
It's
one?
supported.
Really? Is that the
It's
one
the port-
behind
I-
you? Behind the?
It's no, it's like on the other side.
What's the? Is that a Browns? I recognize the sleeve. Is that a Browns jersey?
Browns Flacco. Browns
Oh,
Flacco.
Flacco. That's the one. For some reason, I was blanking that day, but I remember messaging you. I was like, "You're a Browns fan," and then you were like, "No." I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember. You literally told me like a week ago." I remember. I
Yeah,
messaged you about
that shirt I was wearing in that video when you messaged me, that's a Johnny Manziel number shirt.
Oh,
That's
gotcha.
like a
But you
shirt
also
that's
had
got the Browns
you also had a Flacco jersey in that same video hung up on the. Was it on the wall or?
That's a Flacco jersey. That's a
that
Flacco
hung up-
jersey.
Or
yeah.
sorry, Flacco.
Yeah. And then next to Flacco, I have a Browns Manziel jersey.
Okay, so you do have a Browns Manziel, yeah.
And then I have a Patriots Tom Brady.
Gotcha.
I have a Bucks Brady somewhere.
Somewhere.
I have a Steelers. This is a rare pull. A Steelers Cordero Stewart.
Ooh, that is a rare pull.
Because I did a school project on him because he was the first dual threat quarterback.
Oh, okay.
Like he was one of the first dual threat quarterbacks. Then I have a Sean Alexander, NFL MVP. LaDainian Tomlinson, and then another Adrian Peterson. And I think that's pretty much it. That's probably like 50 or 60 jerseys, but I have a lot. And then I have a couple basketball jerseys like Arenas, Kobe, Yao Ming.
Gotcha.
I have a Wizards Jordan.
Any baseball or anything like that? Hockey?
I had a Zach Braun Brewers jersey, but I sold it. And then that was it. I've had Rangers and Ovechkin jerseys before, but that's about it.
Oh, gotcha. And then so like I was doing my Christmas list today because my mom was asking for it. But I was like, I don't have it. I was like, because I just got this. This is the Speedway Classic because they played the Braves played the Reds, but this is just the Braves hat. But they like this has got the flame. Like this is not on the regular cap. But I have it in my closet. I'll grab it real quick. But it's the jersey, which is super cool.
Let me see it.
I'll go grab it just so you can see it. But this is like the coolest. Yeah. I cannot hear you. But this is the front, which is fine. But the back of it is the racing numbers. That's fire.
Whoa. That's so sick.
So I can hear you. But that's that was the two. I watched that whole thing. I watched that game. That game got delayed the first time they tried to play it because of rain. And I watched the whole thing, and we won that game. As soon as they won that game, I said, "Here's what's on my birthday list. These two things." And I because Bristol's like my favorite track, but those jerseys are sick. The Reds ones were all white and red, which I thought, and then their hat design was a checkered flag, which I always thought was cooler. But now that I have this one in person, the Flames are way
I like that one better.
Yeah, no, Flames are, and this is all stitched on like an NFL jersey, like you can feel where the Flames are. Sick. Yeah, I know it's sick, and it's got the patch, and then that jersey has.
Oh, let me answer the second part of your question, which was about being traded.
Traded?
With the jerseys, about how often do you buy them when players are traded?
Oh yeah, let me hear that. Yeah.
Let me answer. I've bought so many Commanders jerseys for guys that we've traded. I had like 3 Chase Young jerseys, dude.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's gotta suck.
I had Chase Young. I had Dotson. I had Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
I have a Sam Howell that I use for props.
To be fair though, I think obviously ignoring the fact they had a top 2 pick, if the Commanders like tried to elevate Sam Howell, I think they could have. Sam Howell has a lot more in the tank than we think.
Yeah, I like Sam Howell. No idea why my grandpa bought me that for Christmas.
You can't sell it now. Don't flame your grandpa out on YouTube. Come on now.
No. It's a prop. It's a prop jersey. I wear it as all my football kits, so it gets more usage than any of my other jerseys.
Yeah, it's probably true. And then I gotta ask. I didn't ask this yesterday, but it's a surprise question. What's with the Jaden Daniels statue in the back behind the green screen?
That's Jaden Daniels, bro.
Is it like a cutout, or is it just like a sticker on the wall?
It's a fat head. It's one of those big stickers.
Oh, gotcha, fat head. That's
one of my best friend gave it to me for Christmas.
Oh, it's dope. Yeah.
He gave it to me for Christmas, and he helped me put it up. I was like, "This is the sickest thing ever."
Yeah, that's pretty dope. Yeah, no.
And that will never leave my wall. Even when I move out of my parents' house, that'll never leave my wall.
Is this are you in your parents' house?
Yeah.
Follows in Chad Thadley's footsteps. The goat.
Yeah, I think once I finally graduate college, I'll be out. But for now, no.
Yeah.
For now, no.
That's whatever. Yeah, move in with me. Let's do. No, okay. No, that'd be a nightmare. Can you imagine Chad Thadley and the real Chad Thadley? Oh my gosh. Me and Chad Thadley, dude. I'd punch him in the face. I get sick of him so fast because he reminds me. I wouldn't blame you. Oh, whoops.
I wouldn't blame you.
Oh, I got a Nitro notification and the screens went vertical. I don't even have Nitro. They just keep advertising it. Anyway.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, if there's nothing else to comment on, I think I'm ready to call it there. That's weird. I don't even remember what time we started at, but I think we definitely went over a little bit.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't go over. We're about to go over, but that's fine. It's not an issue.
Last thing is, I want to hear your Super Bowl prediction.
Oh, my Super Bowl prediction. Oh, and I said we do predictions. We'll have to do it some other time. You'll call in.
Yeah, we'll do another.
We'll got you.
I'll come back whenever you want, bro. You let me know.
Yeah, we'll keep in touch. Super Bowl predictions, though. It's tough. So everyone keep in mind, we're recording this. Is it the 18th or the 19th? November 19th. One of those days. Yeah, it's November 19th. As of right now, you want to hear my dark horse? And this is going to sound kind of weird. My dark horse is the Eagles, which everyone's like, I thought they were a contender. No, I think they're a dark horse. Another dark horse is the Rams, I think, are a dark horse, even though I think they're just a contender. You think they're a contender? I don't think they're a contender. I think they're dark horse status until they can actually. I think they need to get back to an NFC Championship game to do it.
True.
But my real dark horse that I'm actually going to name that is actually a real dark horse that I think could make it, LA Chargers. That is a big one. Yeah, LA Chargers.
Just lost to the Jags.
Well, think about it though. That Rams team that couldn't get past anybody until that season when they had all that loaded roster. They've got what they need to do to make it there. Obviously, I forgot about Joe Alt being out. Never mind. I take that back. Joe Alt's out. I forget that he's out. That sucks. Maybe not.
For the season, they just got him back and he's out again.
Their O-line, their O-line just is terrible. Never mind. I forgot.
Joe Alt might go down as a huge bust.
No, I don't
Because
think
he
he'll
missed
go down as,
basically his whole rookie season. Now he's going to miss this season.
I don't think it's gonna go down as a bust, but I think he'll
Well,
get
we'll
he'll
see.
take a little bit to get ready. But no, I think my prediction, I think the Buffalo Bills here's why. I do not think the Buffalo Bills will win their division, but I think they will be a 5 seed, and I think the Patriots will be a lower division winner. That will either lose in the first round or lose to the Bills in the divisional round, and the Bills will go all the way. At the beginning of the year, Packers were my leading team, but I think the Packers, if they get a good lucky schedule, could put it together to make a run. If it's Packers-Bills, I'm taking the Bills. I think it's finally the Bills season. The only objective for the Bills is to dodge the Chiefs. That's it. If the Bills can dodge the Chiefs, they win the whole thing. Because they turn it up in the playoffs, which is what they.
Yeah, they've been the second best team in the playoffs for like years.
Yeah, they've been the team to beat, and it's weird because it's like, but the Chiefs beat them. That makes them the team to beat.
They're the team. Yeah. Yeah, the Bills is a good pick.
Yeah, I think so. Bills. If I had to pick another team out of the AFC, not Steelers, obviously not the Steelers. No, I'm trying to think of like other teams. Houston, no one out of the Colts. Oh, AFC Championship, Colts, Bills, in Indy. That's my prediction, and I think Bills move on. Those are my two contenders. Over on the NFC, I want to say Packers, Rams. Over on that side. But I would really love to see the Buccaneers make a run. Obviously, the Lions, but it's just kind of weird without that.
Thoughts on the Bears?
No, I don't think they got it.
Yeah,
I think so. Here's the thing: is that the Bears?
They're gonna fall off.
The Bears. I don't think they're gonna fall off. I actually think they'll have a really solid season. But everyone forgets that, the double doink. They were like 13-4 with Mitch Trubisky at quarterback.
I think they're gonna go like 10-7 and lose in the first round.
I genuinely think they might even go 11-6 or 12-5 and lose in the first round.
They have a really easy schedule.
They do, yeah. And what's weird about the Patriots
they haven't beat a team with a winning record yet.
Have they not, really? That's interesting, yeah.
And it's like drastically bad records. They're beating like 2-8 teams.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. But that's the same thing with Texas A&M. Texas A&M, the only teams that they've played in the SEC are the bottom teams. But the thing is that the teams that they beat outside the SEC are Notre Dame, which is a really good team.
Right.
Yeah. So, and then I can't remember the other one. I think it's all SEC. But it's like, so there. But I'm just hoping for. I'm done rooting for the Browns this season. I'm rooting for Shador this season. And then for the team, it's A&M. That's what we're going for. And Miles,
Fair
obviously.
enough.
Miles got Depoy locked up this year. That was the other question I wanted to ask you
it.
before we call it. What's your midseason awards, and who do you think will win it? Oh, I got to ask you, what's your Super Bowl first? We got to do that first.
I'll do both. I'll do Super Bowl predictions, and then I'll go to midseason awards, and then I'll say who will win it.
Yeah.
Super Bowl predictions, I think there's 4 teams out of the NFC that could possibly... I thought you were about to say
Arizona. I was about to drop my headset.
No, there's 4 teams out of the NFC that could do it.
Okay.
I think the Rams, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers could.
Ooh, okay.
They really could. They really could make a run.
I declined to mention them because I did. Yeah. Okay.
Brock Purdy is a very solid quarterback, and they have a lot of weapons around him.
Yeah.
They could totally do it. The Lions, I don't believe they can. Jared Goff's not good enough.
Okay.
He just showed that against the Eagles.
Yeah.
He showed that against the Commanders last year when he threw 3 picks.
Yeah.
He's not good enough.
But to be fair, to defend him, if they hadn't gone down with that 1 pick, he wouldn't have been throwing the ball in such risky situations to throw 2 more.
He also got popped by Frankie Lulu and 100% had a concussion.
Oh, easily.
He was playing through a concussion. So whatever, that remains to be seen. I'm not going to put them on my list. I'm going to say the Rams, the 49ers, the Eagles, and then I'm going to say that the I'm blanking on the team name. I'm not going to put the Packers in there.
Really? Okay. I don't blame you. Losing to the Panthers and the Browns and tying the Cowboys. Yeah.
I don't believe, but you know who I do believe? It still is the Bucks.
Okay. Yep.
I believe that the Bucks can go on a sneaky run. I'm always silently rooting for the Bucks because I always want Baker to succeed.
The problem is that Mike Evans is so much more useful to that team than everyone realizes, and no one's ready.
And he's out right now, but he will be back for the playoffs.
Will he be back for the playoffs? I heard that
he's to be back in December.
Okay, that's good to hear. That actually sucks to hear because I dropped him in fantasy. Oh,
well. So, it doesn't matter. Those 4 are my teams. I think that the Rams bust through and make the Super Bowl this year. That's my prediction on the NFC
make it,
side.
And who do you think makes 100%. It in the AFC?
Okay, so I'll give you my team. So I think 100% the Bills can.
Okay. Well, actually, real quick, before we get into that, the big debate, because I never brought it up, Chiefs, playoffs or not? Before we even
I believe that they are going to miss the playoffs this year.
Really? I think they're going to, but I really need to say that they're going to be a 7 seed so I don't jinx myself.
But here's the thing.
They're going to be a 7 seed.
Here's the thing. they could easily run the Jags down. The Jags are prone to choking.
Oh,
and that's the only team that's really standing in their way.
I think
Because
but we're missing the Steelers. Steelers are.
Oh, the Steelers are going to miss the playoffs, and the Ravens are going to win their
Oh,
division.
really? You think so?
That's what
Well,
I
yeah,
think.
but
I
the
think
thing is
Steelers
that
miss.
the Steelers are off to such a high lead. Even if they lose the division, they're still in the playoffs.
You
I don't
never
think
know with the Steelers.
I don't know. At the point
We'll
that they're
see.
at, I don't think the Chiefs would, depending on how soft the Broncos schedule is, because I haven't looked at it.
Don't
I
forget the
think
Texans are 5-5.
Yeah,
Texans
but
also
at
are
the
sitting
same
there at
time,
5.
they're missing they're missing Stroud is back out. isn't
See,
he?
it's not like that really makes a difference. He's not very good.
Yeah. I guess.
Davis Mills is like, but anyway, so I'll say the Bills 100%.
Okay.
I'll say I don't think the Patriots can. I'm sorry,
Really?
but they
Okay.
beat up on a lot of weak teams.
Yeah.
I think they're a second round exit at best.
Okay.
Colts, I'm sorry, they can't. In my opinion.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Daniel Jones has looked like Daniel Jones these last 2 weeks.
Mhm.
These picks, all this stuff. Colts out. No.
Okay.
The Baltimore Ravens could.
Okay.
They always can. If
Okay.
they're in the playoffs, they always could.
Yeah, they're on a 4
Will
right
they?
now. As of right now, it's
Will-
what week are we on? 12. It's about to be week.
Yeah,
12?
they're on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
Will they do it? I don't believe so.
Okay.
So those two. Obviously, I'm missing 2. If the Chiefs make the playoffs 100%, they're always a threat.
Oh, they're always a threat.
If they make the playoffs,
It's weird. For the NFL, everyone thinks that. Because in the NBA, the maximum amount of games you can play is 16. In the NFL, the lowest amount you can play is 16. In the NFL, you need to win 4 games and you're done.
Yeah, so I'm totally not counting the Chiefs out. They could still win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then the team that I think is going to go to the Super Bowl is the Denver Broncos.
Oh my gosh! Wow, really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell. I don't know if you know who he is. I'm gonna tell Bill Kolar that. You know who that is?
I don't think I do.
So he's kind of not really a local legend, but he is in the College Hall of Fame. His jersey is one of 3 that are retired. I go to MSU Northern, but at Montana State, so the Bobcats. His jersey's retired, but he was the D-line coach for the Broncos when they won it all. And hopefully he's a guest here soon. I haven't gotten in contact with him.
Well, tell him that. I think the Broncos are going to go to the Super Bowl.
Wow.
You
you have Broncos and Rams.
Yep.
What a dude! That should have been the 2000 Super Bowl. What do you think that's going to be? Well, if Elway played, but who do you think is going to come with Stafford
will
versus
get his second ring and he will retire.
He will retire. I agree with the retirement take. If he gets another ring, he's retiring. Devontae Adams gets a ring. Who else on that team would get a ring?
Devontae.
Who's the wide receiver? Puka
Nacua
Nacua
gets a ring.
Yeah, dude, insane. Yeah,
They have some really good defenders too. So
yeah, for that Bronco, I don't know. Yeah, for the Broncos to win their division though, that means they're gonna have to play a wildcard team, which I think they can beat. But then they have to beat another division winner, whether that be.
Well, they're gonna win their division. That's pretty much done.
Yeah. Well,
they're 9-2, and the Chiefs
can't count the Chiefs.
The Chiefs are 5-5.
Yeah. Well, who are the Chargers behind? Who are the Chargers behind? They're like 7-3.
They are 6-4 now.
6-4
on a bye because they lost to the Jags, and the Jags are also 6-4.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I think the Jags can catch the Colts, even if they don't choke. I think it's gonna be hard because then you have to rely on the Colts.
No. The Chargers are 7-4. I'm sorry.
They 7-4. No, you're all good. Yeah,
I
only have one
the
screen
Jags
in front of me, so I can't look it up.
The Jags are 6-4.
No,
yeah, I don't. The Chargers are a perennial first round exit. In my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Every year it's like a.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be interesting, but it's weird to think. You and I, I'm probably gonna listen to this like 4 times over when editing. I'll send you the raw footage, so you can tell me what you want removed, any details. Just give it a once over, and then I'll start editing. But by the time this gets out to the public, everything that we're saying is unfolding in front of our eyes. By the time it airs, hopefully early January, because I'm not here in December, so I can't do it then.
Yeah, the playoffs might be already in motion.
I think it'll probably be right around week 18. Obviously, it won't take that long to edit, but I'm off for a month. I get off December 12th, and I'm not back in Havre until December 12th. So it's
it's going to be like wild card weekend.
It'll probably be wild card weekend, and that's not me being like, Chad, listen, I got to delay your stuff to put out more content. That's not it at all. It's that this is going on the radio. This is Chad Thadley content that needs to go live on the radio because that's a promise we made in October. I said Chad Thadley is making his radio debut, and this is going to be played onto the local radio station. We'll pass the, obviously you can't listen if you're not local, but there's an online link. We'll play it so you can listen live. You can call in and talk to me. Obviously Chad won't be there, but I'll keep him posted if anyone has any comments. And then an hour later, it'll go live on YouTube for everyone to watch. I'll make sure to collab with you so we get the word out. But hopefully this isn't your last time on here, Chad. And hopefully this
I hope not.
I hope not. This has been an amazing thing. I'm super thankful that you came out to do this.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, this just a huge thank you. Is there any final words you'd like to give to anyone who stayed the whole time and was here to listen to the great Chad Thadley?
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to come on here. This was a lot of fun. Thank you everybody for just staying and hanging out and listening. I know I said some pretty crazy takes at times. It's maybe Steph Curry being the GOAT.
It'll all be censored out. No, not Steph Curry. No, the Steph Curry will be the only thing in the show.
Broncos winning the Super Bowl. I mean, yeah, they could come back to haunt me. Like, we could be, when you guys are listening to this, I mean, maybe the Chiefs are on another run to the bowl.
Yeah.
And the Eagles are going to meet them there, and it's going to be the rematch, but whatever. And if
Commanders
for anybody
make
watching
another
this,
NFC Championship run and get blown out in the Super Bowl by the Chiefs.
Yep.
It'd be fun.
And then
So when I stream this on YouTube, I'll be in the studio the whole time. But when that happens, I plan to stay there because obviously it'll have the live chat. I don't know how many people will be willing to tune in, but it'll be very interesting to see just people live chatting as the comments come out. And I hope to tune in there.
It might be way off.
Yeah, I'll give you a call because I hope to tune into that with you. And we can both read the chat together. That'd be such a fun thing to do together. Be like, look at that idiot. He thinks the Chiefs are actually gonna make it. But it's interesting.
Oh, and let me say one more thing.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Because this is probably already going to be well decided by then or in the works. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to win MVP.
Whoa!
I don't think a quarterback will. I think this is going to be the first year since Adrian Peterson.
Wow, really?
That a quarterback doesn't win it.
Wow, that's.
I don't think there's a good enough case from any quarterback this year.
Yeah, maybe he does. Who knows?
And there's a really good case. Like in the year when Lamar won it in 2023, there wasn't a case for any other player besides a quarterback.
No, Lamar. Josh Allen deserved it. Josh Allen deserved that. And last year, Lamar deserved it over Josh. And
I know,
then Saquon deserved it. Yeah.
But they gave it to Josh because of Lamar. But this year, there's really no other. I can't see Drake May getting the MVP. I don't see it.
No, I can't see it. I mean, I can obviously see it, but I don't think it's going to unfold that way.
I think Stafford could, but I think it would be a huge robbery of JT.
But can you imagine the outrage if JT finishes 1,900 yards and he wins MVP, but Saquon didn't? Obviously, Saquon deserved it last year, but yeah.
He is that Colts team.
He is that Colts team.
Saquon was that Eagles team, though.
Yeah. Well, I think so. That's the difference for you.
I think Hurts is
a lot. I think Hurts is a lot more of a player than obviously because you're a division rival, but a lot of people like to give him credit for. He's a great player. You know what's another thing?
He's a top 10 quarterback.
In the league right now, yeah, definitely. I think he's top 5 in the league right now easily. But come on, you can't disagree with that. Well, we can't get into it now. We'll talk about it later. But another thing, yes, dude. Another thing that people bring up all the time is Jaden Daniels. It's Jaden Daniels is Jalen Hurts' father. Do you know how many times that Jaden Daniels has beat Jalen Hurts? Do you know how many times?
None. They've only played once.
None.
They've only played once.
They played 3 times. No, twice.
Oh, no.
NFC Championship and then the last. Oh, I guess this year too.
They haven't played this year.
Have they not played this year yet? I thought they did.
No, they haven't played this year.
Oh, I thought they did. Oh, well. Oh, yeah.
Daniels beat the Eagles once, so that's when Hurts got hurt.
That when Hurts was out, yeah. Wait, I thought he was out the whole game. Maybe he was out.
No.
Maybe
he got hurt at half.
I know, I didn't watch. I'm not an Eagles guy.
I mean, in theory, he did beat him that one time.
Yeah.
But in the game that actually mattered, Hurts did beat him, but Eagles were a super team. So.
Oh, easily. And I think they still are that team, especially with the Dolphins, that player from the Dolphins. It's Jalen Phillips, is that his name?
Jalen Phillips, yeah.
Playmaker, yeah. I think that's where I'm going to call it right now. But this has been Kickstart Sports Radio with your host, Charlie Cash, a.k.a. Kickstart. I've been joined today by...
Chad Thadley.
Chad Thadley, the one and only 4-time state champ, baby. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Kickstart Sports Radio, all sports, no ads, except for the occasional plug. Speaking of plugs, we got Instagram and a YouTube now for the show. Kickstart Sports Radio, all space, no caps. KICKSTARTS, PORTSRADIO. I think I spelled that wrong. Kickstart Sports Radio, all space, no caps. You can find us on YouTube and Instagram. Feel free to tune in. This will probably go live late January, but it's November 19th. I got a catchphrase I sign out the show with, but I'll sign that out and then I'll go end recording, and then you and I can give some last thoughts unrecorded. And then I think we'll call it there. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, find a way for the A, and have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next week. Peace out.